So hard being an adult and wanting to video game.
All right. Good.
I'm pretty pumped. A new Walkabout map. It's like Christmas.
It is. I love Walkabout release days. They make me so happy. All the new balls,
Plug
the
that
new
in real quick.
cutter, the new
Hello to
avatar
those
stuff.
that are coming into view now. Just give me 1 second. We'll be ready.
I have like 3 active headsets in the house just so I can make friends and family come play Walkabout in my basement with me.
I need to have another one because my dad actually has a Quest 2 now, and he would love this game. But the only time he played it was when he came to my house, put on my Quest 2 with my, lenses, my whatever, so I could see. And he couldn't see anything really because he didn't need that adjustment. And I didn't want to pop him off. And I was like, Dad, just
This is why.
It's Labyrinth.
That's why.
That's why
I went with. Yeah, that's why I went with VR Waves lenses because I can magnetically just yank them off.
I should have.
Just in time. We just got started. Hello. This is I'm pretty sure you remember Noctado from the build team.
Oh yeah.
Knocked auto.
All right.
I think that's how I used to pronounce your name too before I figured it out.
We're live. I'm going to start with
Knocked
introductions. For those that are watching, we're going to go from right to left. Starting out here, we have the head honch of the Mighty Coconut, Lucas Martell, the brains behind the company and the wonderful game we love so much.
Yeah.
Next, we have Shughead from the VR Grid. Old school.
Hello.
Yeah, cover.
Old school.
Well, we're both old school. We've been around a while. Next, we have Noctado, who is part of the DEVChats channel crew.
And who's been working on his mustache.
Yes, and
nicely done.
And we have also, actually, Noctado does work for the Rec Room as well. And we have MamaMonkey, which you have seen before, play with us on a couple courses with Don on Atlantis. She does work for the Rec Room as well. Her title has changed, but we'll leave it at just she works for Rec Room. And last but not least, we have Jenna and Dave, who are both super fans of the game, here to play and to meet Lucas and say hello. Today we will be playing the new Jules Verne course, Journey to the Center of the Earth. And do you guys have a preference on whether you want to do daytime, nighttime, whole course,
Easy.
9 holes? I'm here as long as you guys want to play.
Okay, she wants easy.
Hey, I'm here for the 18. I'm just saying, I'm here for 18.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you
can't set a course record if you only do 9.
That's up to you, Lucas. However long you want to hang out with us today, we'll pick.
Okay.
We'll pick your brain. We'll have some good combos. I'm here as long as you guys want to keep going. So we're good.
Sounds good.
Be careful. Be careful what you wish for, Jay.
Okay, well, if we go for 3 hours, I'm good with that too. If we play through all of it.
Oh my gosh.
All right, we'll start off on easy then in that case for the 18th.
Cool.
Woohoo! I
And
love the new loading screen.
to those that are
I do
watching,
too. I love that they changed
Coconut
the
with
balls
the hat
at
and the
each
Tempest.
loading screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super cool.
to those that are watching, if you're having any trouble hearing us, just let me know. There were some changes I had to make on how we're streaming for this, and I'm not sure if it's working correctly. So let me know if it's not, because I want to make you guys can't miss the good conversations we're gonna have. So let me know, and if you do have any questions for anybody here, especially for Lucas, I'm going to keep an eye on my phone. I don't have it so it pops up right in my eyesight, so I will check randomly and I'll make sure that you get your questions answered. Other than that, just enjoy.
Oh, so you want
hopefully
good
that'll help.
conversation?
Well, it's whatever conversation comes out of this.
No pressure.
We always have good
Good
I thought we were just
between.
going to talk about. I thought just rocks. We just talk about rocks.
Yeah, we could talk about
Rock and stone.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean,
2
talking
hours.
about rocks is a solid conversation.
Well, it makes sense because a lot of people do play this game
Nice.
stoned.
Oh, not a bad start. Not a bad start.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna just
Maybe
go
it's a
the other
lucky
way.
ball. I picked the same ball, so maybe it's a lucky ball. Here's hoping.
I feel I'm gonna stand closer to Lucas because I feel like the wisdom of this game is gonna rub off.
You see, this is the only day that I actually have a bit of an advantage just because I've been playing this course pretty much nonstop for about, 2-3 months at this point. So I still know all the shortcuts and, some of the things that people are still figuring
Nice.
out, but that pretty much goes away within about 24 hours. Some people figure out all of the secrets and a whole bunch of new ones that we never even planned for, and then I get just smoked by...
I'm actually surprised you have 24 hours.
I'm back.
Well,
Oh, I love
I'll let it roll down.
Wah, wah. I may
Okay,
play
here
this
we
every
go.
day, but I'm not good.
I have to stand up now.
Well, we know that's bullshit. you are good.
I think you've beaten me every time, Liv.
Yeah.
I know Dave has.
And as
nice.
usual, we're geared
That's
more
not
towards
true.
adults on this channel, so
You
don't
beat me a couple
be
of
afraid to
times.
be yourself. No need to.
Is that for me, Liv?
Well, that's for anybody. Well,
I had a buddy come over to my house last week, and I put him in a couple of VR games, but nothing had really stuck with him. And then I remembered he was a big golfer, and I said to him like, "Oh, I got a game
they
for
come
you."
back.
So we
hold the thing down.
partnered up. We partnered up in the headset in the basement here, so we could both play. And within 5 minutes of playing, he was like, "Oh my god." He's like, "I could play this all night."
Seriously.
And we did.
Fun. It's so fun. And I've met so many communities just through Walkabout, like different Discord communities. It's the only game I will find a game in the main Walkabout Discord and not be worried about who's going to join it. Only one.
Yes.
I will not go into any other random game at all
Yeah.
because I've had too many
It's-
bad experiences. I've had no bad experiences before.
We actually kind of made that conscious decision not to necessarily. We are going to be adding a few more things, but anytime we talk about adding more sort of like in-game matchmaking stuff, I actually like it that there's just a bit more, you don't have, it's not quite as easy to hop in because doing it through the Discord, it just makes it so much easier to
Yes.
manage and deal with bad actors. And there's always other communities and, it doesn't have to be just our Discord. There's tons of other
Right.
ones out there. But every time we think about adding that, we're always sort of like, there's something really good that we want to be careful that we don't make it almost too easy for anyone to just connect with anyone. But yeah, I feel that's also just VR in general. Having someone grief you or just someone playing with someone in VR who's not pleasant is a way worse experience than a traditional you're just having a conversation for a while with them.
What's Lucas? Do you know the demographic that it plays this game? I would say it seems like less young kids would go in on their own outside of say playing with family.
Yeah, we've got a pretty wide range. It's still, honestly, it does peak around the sort of 45 range, but so it does tend to be a little older. It's definitely not in the teenage range. Some
I'm
people
just saying
do, but,
that might be keeping it a little bit more civil.
I think so.
It's
yeah,
definitely
I
a big
think
part of
so.
it. Yeah, and also the fact that you can make it as competitive as you want it to be. If you I actually love whenever we've made the rule recently whenever we're doing our playtest that everyone has to throw a little shade just as part of our playtest because it can get a little dry if
nobody's talking.
if you don't have a little bit of competition, it's not quite as much fun. But
See, I'm a non-competitive social player, and that's why I like this game, because the only competition I have is myself. I honestly don't care if anybody beats me, except for, my last score. My last highest, that's all I care about beating,
I gotta say,
which makes it fun that I can just...
Oh my
running through this
gosh.
yesterday and just having that experience of, well, actually, let me start with this. Before I came in here last night, we watched the original movie, The Journey of the Center of the Earth, the 1955 one.
Yep.
Coming in here after that, and then going through the experience of walking down and seeing the course through here, you nailed it. It's pretty amazing. That and then people will see when they come in here, that first kind of view you have through the water area, that was another wow moment. You guys have really, you guys have hit me with those quite a few times in the last few months, especially Atlantis. I'm what was the last one that we did do as well? Sorry, it's been been a rough week.
Well, there was
Egypt.
See, it would have been Atlantis
Yeah, the-
upside
Zerzura?
down, and then
Yeah.
Zerzura was the
Yes.
last few.
Yes, I mean it's just
Atlantis just blew me away.
Yeah.
When I went
Me
into
too.
Atlantis, and I was just like, oh my. And then the night course, wow.
Yeah, the night mode on Atlantis is amazing.
I'm afraid
That
I'm
and
gonna have too much
20,000
of
Leagues
bouncing
is
to
still
go
one
the
of my
other way.
favorites. Because it like brings you into the whole book movie.
Come on, hit the right area.
It's
Yep,
funny, we've been-
Yep.
We've been talking a little bit about,
Yeah,
just
then-
like each of the courses, and one of the things that I think that we might have even not shot ourselves in the foot a little bit, but I think that Atlantis in particular was just so alive because of all of the fish. And the reality is that that's something that you can only get that level of life in something like a coral reef. So
Yeah.
what we've really, I mean, we've been doing this for a while, but we always kind of try to make a point that with every course we kind of decide, like, what is the thing that's going to make this one special? And it's not about just trying to, like, make everyone as alive as Atlantis or make everyone as, like, colorful as night mode on that or something. It's like each one we kind of try to, like, let's do something different. So in this one, the big thing was that adventurous quality and really making it feel like you're progressing downward and kind of constantly uncovering new
Very
look at
cool.
that.
Yes.
and different stuff.
That makes
But
sense.
it does give each of the courses a different feel. That it's like not all of them can be the most breathtaking, but they can all be visually distinct and they each just need to have their own voice. Is what we keep kind of remembering
And I love the
trying
water.
to get. Oh
The
yeah.
water rising and falling, that is super
Yeah.
The
cool.
tide.
Well, and the
Yeah,
lighting,
that's the word.
especially
Not
like
water.
all the little, like the holes in the ceiling and stuff. Like the lighting is just absolutely gorgeous.
When I was reviewing this for the PSER2 and going through all the DLC, there's definitely a moment in the DLC where you could see the game took a major jump in its visual
Quality.
quality. Yeah.
Well, and a lot of that was also the gradual addition of people to the team. So this started off as a solo project. So the first, basically 4 courses were almost entirely. Ooh. Yeah, the first 4 courses were almost entirely solo. Original Gothic, there was a little bit of help. Tethys was when Henning came on board. But basically, if you kind of look back at the base game courses, I think Coyote Valley was the very first course that actually had a few of the members of the team that were on it. But then a lot of the other ones, like especially I think the Nautilus for 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea was the first course that Don, who a bunch of you have played with and met, our senior concept or senior art director. He definitely brought a level of detail and set work and storytelling, and like I think that that we're just kind of now seeing that now it's the full team working on stuff, and we haven't added anyone for a little bit, but even now there's still a couple of courses that are just now starting to benefit from people that people early in the pipeline that we only added 5-6 months ago, sort of like that. So that was an easy miss.
Well, to hear you say that though, that was in my review. That's what I'd said, that Coyote was where I noticed the jump. Because I remember walking out into that going, wow, like the art design really took a jump.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was beautiful.
And some of
One
that
of
is
the
also
things I
just
was
sort of like tooling and building. Oh, sorry, there's a little bit of a delay on the audio, but some of that is also just tooling. Now we've got, excuse me, once we have like the wind system from Coyote Valley, it's like, okay, we can use that moving forward. Once you have the lighting system from Atlantis, like, okay, now we've got all these different tools that it's not such a big deal. So, sorry for
I still
whoever was saying something.
I still play the original courses. I love them. It's just the visual jump is very obvious.
Yeah, I
One of
think
the
the
things I
original
really-
courses, the gameplay still has a very sort of, I want to say, kind of pure quality. They're still having some fun with it, but yeah, definitely, the gameplay on those is really, really tight because that's mostly what it was about. It was less trying to be visually impressive, but we still think about the gameplay a lot.
Is it me?
One of the
I'm not sure.
One of the things I really liked
Most
about
people are
20,000 too was that it came back to I don't want to say an easier course, but it seemed like the DLCs getting progressively harder and harder and harder. which is
El
great
Dorado.
for somebody who's been playing for a long time. But
Yeah.
for new people coming in, they jump into, I'll buy the newest DLC, and it's like, holy cow, this is impossible. And
Yeah.
that was
Nope.
nice to see.
If new people, you start an upside downtown.
Well, I mean, I'd say that's pretty standard anyways. Even any regular game DLC expects you to already have kind of like a training in the game, right? Because that's like an
Well,
extension.
you
of the
assume that
game, so-
you assume that it's the people that are committed.
True. Yes. Yeah, you're right.
I definitely
you
feel
never
like
know.
we've reached a point now with all of the courses that we feel a little bit more confident in taking a couple of swings like Upside Town. That was definitely something that we wouldn't have wanted to release super early, but now with where we're at, it's like, okay, like we can take a swing, and it's some people, like for a lot of people said that was their favorite course ever. Some people didn't care for it, but then it's like, okay, then the next one, it's like now, we want to please everybody. The goal is that we make every course, it will be someone's favorite. Like, and
Yeah.
there's
Nice.
you can find someone who will point to, like, even the ones that might not be quite as popular. There are a few people who are like, I want more of that.
Well, you guys can.
Yeah.
You
It's
can
always
blame
so
me
interesting
for.
to hear the rankings and everything because it's
Oh, you
so
have to
all over the map.
ungrip.
This, you
'cause
can
you're
always
still
blame me
stuck.
for Upside Down, right? Because that's because that was sparked from the conversation during one of our sessions here, from what I was told. So you can just point the finger at me and say I'm the one that said that. So you can just,
It's okay.
just
I
send a
still think
comment
it's a
that
cool
way
course.
if people
I
don't like
think
the
it's a
Upside
great
I like
Down.
it.
Yeah. Oh, I.
Oh, yeah.
Whose
I had
ball
much
is
fun
this?
with it.
Somebody's ball is stuck.
It's Liv's. He needs to ungrip.
Okay.
Or it'll
I thought
time him
that-
out. It
No,
should time
I
him
don't
out.
have my grip on. Is it
Oh,
stuck?
No,
maybe
it's
this
still
is,
bouncing a little bit. Huh.
Uh-oh.
It should time you out, right?
You know what?
Did I?
Oh wait, you said you're on Quest, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's on fast.
I wonder if you were on. Oh, you know what? I bet you were probably on one of the early press builds because you had done some early stuff, hadn't you?
No, I swapped it. I swapped.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I swapped to the live.
Okay.
It's still
Well,
technically
that-
moving.
So I'm probably gonna have to leave and come back, huh? To fix this.
No, it should time out.
Well, it's
That
still
is
moving.
super-
It hasn't stopped.
That is super unfortunate.
Earth's
It has to happen on my hit. Yeah, I'm turning off the grips apart. Maybe a little
Of
stop.
course it does.
We've got a timeout that should automatically, basically after 20 seconds, it'll just sort of kill the shot. I wonder what happened because that's absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's not a setting that you can control. We've got basically a catch case that should always handle those.
I broke the game.
I know the first time I saw it that it happened, I was like, oh,
Well, I
Walkabout's
mean,
yelling at me.
at
Hold the
least
grip.
it's on video for the bug report, right?
Exactly. Yeah. I'm gonna
Right
ping
when
the
Lucas
team
is
right
here
now.
too. I know. I can always hit that. Button.
This
Um,
is this
fix
I
is
that
guess.
real
I
quick,
guess the
would you?
only way is probably for me to leave and come back. I would guess. Because if not, that ball's just gonna keep going.
yeah, if it hasn't
Yeah.
timed out now,
Yeah.
because there's the 20-second
Yeah,
that's clearly not working.
Let me- If I hit main menu, hopefully I don't pull all of us out.
Worst
well,
case, we're only
It
on
won't.
hold
It'll let
three.
you rejoin.
Okay. I hope I don't pull all of us out then. Let's see.
It's back.
Oh, what?
Nice.
So we did have a question from Boyd. Lucas is, have you heard of Golf Club Wasteland?
I haven't actually.
Okay, he said it would be a good collab to look into.
Golf Club Wasteland. Okay,
Yeah,
I will look them up.
hopefully you got that on the stream list.
Oh, you
Boy,
were
did you
reading
hear
that from
that?
there. Yeah, okay. I was like, wait,
Yeah,
someone
I was
just asked
reading
that
it from
question.
chat.
Yeah, sorry. I was
Oh,
like,
is it me?
I was like, wow, you just asked
No,
the same
Boyd.
question Boyd did.
No, I'm helping you out by reading chat.
Thank you.
Sorry, not paying attention.
I just didn't want to interrupt.
All right, let's try this again.
What I like about the
on me.
dinosaur head is like the eyes are golf balls, or at least that's what it looks like with the polygon thing.
Oh
It
yeah,
almost
yeah,
looks like
yeah.
a
There's no
golf ball.
pupils in them. Hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was intentional.
It's so weird because we don't actually have any sort of like eye tracking in the game. but it's still, whenever I look at one of the non-human avatars, it's still, I always have a hard time sort of like, what do you look like? What do you, are you looking at me? There's something weird about that. Not having the binocular
He has the
vision.
eyes on the side of his head. And
Yeah.
Look into my eyes.
Oh,
Oh.
Ooh, nice.
Well, I know. I like going after Lucas.
I know. Me too.
Suss out all the pro strats.
You should have made Lucas join first or create the room.
Rock and stone.
yeah. Shane usually beats me in here on the days that we play with Shane. I'm always zooming in like right after.
Lucas, do you have a favorite map?
Nice. Good shot.
It kind of changes. We've actually been making an effort in like just some of the internal team playtests to go back, because usually we're so focused on whatever course is coming next or whatever course that we're designing
Yep.
that we play that one a lot. And so we're trying to go back. So I mean, Cuny Valley is still one of my favorites. Yeah. All the Lost Cities courses are up there. Upside Town is still like, probably one of my favorites.
I like it.
But I need to go back and play some of the base game ones, because I think the original 4 in particular, I don't know that I've played those in a long time. So
I think mine's actually the space station.
oh, Tepes, yeah.
I enjoy the more extreme courses.
Well, we will have some fun stuff coming up for you too then.
Ooh.
Oh. Where we've had I think Zerzura did a really good job of kind of back to basics after we had kind of gotten further away, and now he's like, okay, we've kind of gone back to basics a little bit. Now we can kind of start stretching our legs a little bit more. So there's a couple of super fun, tricky ones that I think are going to be a good one.
No pressure, Nectar. No pressure.
Yeah, the
So
trick
what
is
is
I'm
Looked
kind of
into-
like love them and hate them, because either I'm having a really good day and I feel like I'm, doing amazing, or I'm at like plus 30, because I usually play with the stroke limit off.
Oh. That's
Lucas,
painful.
how many trick shots do you guys build into the course? As far as, like, say the bridge here, obviously, I mean, that's a riskier path. But do you set the angles on the rocks to give a hole-in-one shot, or not exactly?
I would say that it's less about building in the trick shots. We generally are trying to, we're building enough around it that the only thing that we sometimes do is like adding a few of these rocks around here to kind of give people a few more options. But I will say one of the things we probably do more often is if there turns out to be a trick shot that is just way too easy, we'll a lot of times take those away, because just in the, people find some really crazy paths that we never would have found just sort of on our own. And so in the alpha beta testing process, people find those, and if there's something that's just way too easy, we'll either take it out or we'll make it a little bit more risky by just making the target smaller or sort of whatever we need to. Yeah.
I was gonna ask if you just wait for Chi-Chi to come up with all the crazy trick shots and post them. And go, oh, didn't know that was an option.
He comes up with some really crazy ones, and
Crazy stuff.
yeah, I did find a couple the other day that are like, oh, there's one that I know someone's gonna find that one pretty quick. It's actually on this hole in hard mode. But once the general rule, because we've learned, is that we don't necessarily change anything once the course is shipped, because there's enough people who spend time learning those and perfecting the trick shots that the last thing you want to do is have someone come in and sort of like move the one thing that you were kind of counting on working. So
Have
we
you
learned
guys
our lesson
tweet?
after some? Oh, I lost you for a
Yeah, I
You
second.
cut
cut
out
out
your
there,
question.
bitch, okay.
You
I
said,
know.
you said,
Yeah.
Like everyone went
Have
silent.
you? I said, have you guys ever tweaked the physics?
For upcoming courses, like Upside Town was a good one where we had to sort of like tweak.
Well,
some
yeah,
physics
that's
stuff.
different. I meant kind of the core the core golfing physics. Have you got? Has that been an evolution over time, or did you nail that, guys, pretty quick?
We've also tried because there are enough paths, and luckily with our beta testers, they know the courses extremely well. So if we ever do anything that changes how something responds, they usually catch it right away. They have enough paths that they know, like, oh, if I hit it in this one little spot, then X, Y, and Z happens like perfectly every time. So in general, we're just, we do have to kind of constantly make tweaks to the physics, but we're always trying to not affect the baseline, like what people expect. So.
Nice.
Yeah,
And
the
do you-
physics on
do
this
you guys-
game
That's
is
one of the harder
amazing.
parts because it's a constant it's a constant thing to make sure that you're not touching any of the previous courses, especially now that there's so many other courses that you really have to test on. So
I'm not sure what this person
Have
is
you guys
referring
thought
to,
about
but
doing a build
pitching-
your own course, like where you pick holes from different courses, or would that be way too
Oh,
complex?
is that what he's talking about by the pick and putt in there?
Who?
Is that?
Oh, I
somebody's
have no
asking-
idea. I don't know what
Gareth,
he's
Gareth
talking
was
about.
asking, have Walkabout consider making it's PICH and putt version? I'm not sure what you're referring to there, Gareth. but
I'm thinking
somebody may know.
he means pick, not pitch.
Oh, okay, probably, but I'm not sure. What
Oh,
that
pitch
means.
I
and
don't
putt.
know.
Well, pitch
Oh,
and putt is
never
an
mind.
actual thing. It's sort of
Okay.
like it's it'd be like all par threes. It'd be sort of like holes that are like 30 to maybe 100 yards max. Like you
Oh.
go out with a 9-iron and a putter, and that's it. So pitch and putt is actually a real
Okay.
thing.
Yeah, so
that makes
he's,
sense.
he's asking. Yeah, they're asking if you considered ever doing that.
We haven't really. I mean, we've definitely considered the idea of doing some stuff kind of in that vein. At the same time, though, it feels like we've got a lot of things that we want to do that kind of stay true to mini golf. That are even, going way places that you could never do in real life with mini golf, but it at least sort of like is in that
Like
vein.
Tetris?
So, yeah, like Tetris, there's a lot of times sort of like even just adding ramps kind of give you that effect where you'll be able to sort of like it gives the loft, but you're still swinging a putter. But I'm not saying that we never would. It's definitely an interesting idea. I just think that what people want and expect when they come into a walkabout course would have to change
So close.
quite a bit for something like a pitch and putt to work.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm sure he'll appreciate that answer.
Are you guys continuing to look at licenses for other courses?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, we have Meow Wolf coming out here later this year, so that one will be super fun. That one's a really out there course. And then we
excited for
do
that one.
actually have a couple of others that we're basically in talks with right now, but that's all sort of like getting late into 2024 at this point. So we're just now sort of like in the process of really nailing down all of that because we know what those courses are, but we need to actually start designing some of those. Because typically a course takes about 12 months from start to finish. That's not necessarily it's not being worked on the entire time. It goes through, periods where no one's touching it, but you really do need to start about 12 months in advance in order to get it through all the different phases that we have here.
Yeah.
So,
And you guys are always
So the
working on
Meow
quite a
Wolf
few at
course.
the time. Yeah. Right.
oh yeah, there's about 9 courses that
Yeah.
are in production at any given time. So,
Awesome.
For me, Outlook, is that going to be just a course in Walkabout? Because I thought I'm actually wearing my Walkabout Meow Wolf shirt from the event. I didn't get to go, but Eric and Jasmine
Oh, cool.
grabbed me one from auction. Is that going to be like a in-person course at all? Because I heard rumors of that, but I wasn't sure if that was what Walkabout said or people were just speculating.
I think that was something that people had speculated on just because it's the
Okay.
first time we're sort of teaming up with an IRL sort of thing. But no, it's going to be a walkabout. It's going to be a VR course that's going to be
A VR
based on. In fact, I even hesitate to say too much more because I don't know exactly
Yeah.
what all
Oh my
we've said about it. But
gosh.
yeah, it's going to be based off of some existing Meow Wolf exhibit stuff.
What is Meow Wolf?
they
I have
should-
no idea what you're talking about.
It's like trippy museum
Yes.
stuff. Trippy museum art.
Like neon museum.
Okay.
Yeah, neon
It's
museum art, pretty much. It's like
Yeah.
but it's
yeah.
like
Almost
trippy,
like
very trippy.
80s style, but like I don't know, with a futuristic twist. It's pretty neat stuff.
Oh, you had me in 80s.
And honestly, it's kind of all over the place because it started in Santa Fe, It was an arts group that was essentially doing temporary installation art, and then it was actually the author of Game of Thrones, who lives in Santa Fe, fell in love with just sort of like what they were doing, and he ended up buying them a bowling alley. An old bowling alley that they basically retrofitted into this sort of like permanent exhibition space.
Is that the supermarket one?
No, the Santa Fe was a bit more, there's less of an overall sort of theme to that one, because they literally like, they broke it into like, I don't know how many, maybe 50 or 60 different rooms, and every artist kind of got their own room. So there is a bit of a unifying thing, but it's really sort of like kind of eclectic, and each room is its totally unique standalone thing. And then I think I actually have not been to the one in Vegas, which is the Omega Mart, the supermarket one.
That's the supermarket one, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, they're opening a one in my hometown in Grapevine, which is 30 minutes from me.
Yeah.
And I'm debating on going, but tickets are pretty steep, and I don't know if I can convince anybody else in my area to come go with me at like 65 person or something.
Oh, wow. Have they announced the launch date for that yet?
Nice.
I want to say that, because I looked it up, and I want to say I could buy tickets now for like next month. But I don't remember, because I looked it up recently.
So, because I know that, so Katie Kennedy, I don't know if her title is Chief Creative Officer. She's essentially sort of like one of the top creative directors over there. So she has been at Grapevine for quite a while, because we've been trying to do meetings with her for that, because we're actually designing that course with her and a couple of the other folks from Yale.
Rockin' Stone,
So
Jay.
that one's a little different for us, just because we're actually working directly with them, and they're, chiming in kind of constantly. They're actually in some of the scenes with us, even sort of like some of the, placement of some of the different objects and all that. She's actually getting in and doing it right alongside us. So it's a bit of a different process for us, but just because I know she's still in Grapevine literally right now, sort of wrapping that up, it's been, I know they're getting super
So if I
close to launching
go
that.
and I see somebody named Katie, hey,
It's probably
I've heard of you.
her. How many could there possibly be within?
How many Katies in Texas? Really?
You guys are making my job easy today. Asking all the questions I was
You know I
to.
talk a lot. You know I talk
Well, I got
a
a
lot.
question you may or may not be able to answer, Lucas.
Okay.
So, you initially said Lost Cities was going to be 5 courses. And then in your tweet, one of the tweets right before Temple was released, you said Lost Cities was plural. Was that a typo, or are there more Lost Cities coming?
Well, so we're thinking of Lost Cities as essentially the series. That is those 5 courses. Those 5 are what we originally planned. I will say that, like, one of the things that we're kind of starting to do is to think of series a bit more. So, like we're in the midst of the Jules Verne trilogy. There's nothing to say that if we couldn't go back and do another Jules Verne, we could always do another Lost City down the road, but we've been calling them the Lost Cities courses. But we just announced that Evil Lairs, that's going to be a series that's going to start with the next course, but there is going to be at least a few of those. But we are kind of trying to think a bit more of like, a bit of a theme, also to give people an idea of sort of what to expect, because all of the Jules Vernes have a unique feel. All of the Lost Cities sort of hang together, and they have a similar sort of vibe. We're almost sort of thinking of it kind of like TV channels a little bit, like, you've got your History Channel, you've got your, we're kind of leaning into that sort of spy heist sort of vein a little bit with the Evil Lairs. I almost gave away one of the other series.
I was like, ooh.
Hold on. Go on.
Do tell.
Mm-hmm. But then we also do have a couple of standalone ones that don't necessarily, maybe even someday down the road we realize, this sort of hangs together, and we might want to make it into an actual series. Again, it just helps to sort of help give people an idea of what to expect, but also that we're mixing it up so that, we think a lot about the course order and how we're releasing stuff, and making sure that we're not releasing 2 courses that are too similar or that like only that are only loved by sort of a particular group of people.
Ooh, this is tricky.
Oh, this looks brutal.
Yeah. I like it.
It's not if you know how to go. Watch, I'm gonna screw it up though. It's my turn.
So I had a question based on the iOS version of the game that's coming out. Would that be? Is that going to be like a standalone thing, or do you need to have the game on Quest to kind of transfer it over, or do you have to connect this?
It will be
Quest?
it will be a standalone thing. So, and it essentially it's basically the full game that works iOS. It's full crossplay. I mean, I will say that obviously it's a little bit different when you're playing on a phone. We've kind of accepted, and I think this is something that we can get away with in mini golf, that we're assuming that people who are playing are not necessarily going to be crazy competitive, because I definitely think there's going to be some holes that are going to be way easier in VR. There's also some that frankly might actually be easier on the mobile version for various reasons. So we're kind of just accepting that like that'll be up to people to, you know, maybe not take it too seriously between cross-platform play. But then also just the, I lost my train of thought a little bit there, but then just also the idea that that we're not going to be sacrificing any of the stuff that we want to do in VR for the AR version. So we're still very much VR first, and if we, you know, if we come up with something new that we just have to do that doesn't work tremendously well in the mobile version, we're not gonna not do it. We'll just find a way to make it as good as we possibly can in the AR version.
I think I remember
really cool.
when we talked a couple of years ago that you mentioned that you're going to use the phone as the club itself, like where they would use that to swing. Are you still planning to do that same kind of interaction with?
Yeah, we've got all that working. We'll be probably doing an alpha beta, you know, process here pretty soon. We're dangerously close to that. But we are sort of looking at some more traditional mobile touch interfaces as well. Can't say exactly sort of whether that's going to. We're still playing around with that. But actually, I'd be kind of curious because I know you guys, especially on the VR chat, or well, there's VR chat, but then also Rec Room. You guys are all doing the same thing where you have the mobile version as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely does open it up for families to kind of also, you know, play with each other and all that. So, you know, not everyone has like 5 headsets for all their kids and stuff. So,
Yeah.
it's
And
it's
my
good.
kids keep asking. I'm not getting one in the line for a while.
I could also see it being a really great tool for people who are wanting to show someone VR. Like, oh, if you've got one headset, but it's like, well, I still want to play with you, and I want to be able to see what you're doing. Being able to pull out the phone and actually play with them. I mean, even just as an intro to VR experience, I could see that being a major use case that a lot of people will take advantage of.
Yeah.
It would work well on the
Especially,
Switch.
when-
Oh, yeah.
The Switch.
Yeah.
Just pull one of the controllers off.
You know, it's funny. We're definitely thinking about that. Oh yeah, there could be other platforms, and I mean, frankly, one of the reasons that we haven't.
It's okay, no, it's okay.
One of the reasons that we haven't said Android yet is just because we are still a small company, and every time we add a platform, we also want to keep our releases, which we're now hitting about one every 6 weeks. That's now, we're essentially launching on 5 different platforms every 6 weeks. So just the amount of QA and publishing and just all of those, just all of the actual mechanics of getting a course out to people is, it's pretty significant. So we're trying to not bite off more than we can chew by saying, oh yes, we're going to support all these other platforms at the same time. We've got to kind of take it step by step. PlayStation had a lot of learning curves just because how Sony functions is just so much different than most of the other
The
VR.
QA approval and everything.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
They can be
Oh,
really
yeah.
good on that.
Well,
Get there.
I was very, very happy to see you bring it to the PlayStation side of things.
So
Oh,
close to going in, too.
that was so close.
Well, I gotta ask, was it that conversation with Justin from Tab Games that day when he
What?
told you he had the dev kit? Is that what convinced you to order it at that time? I'm just curious, because I know we talked about it then, and you were still thinking about PlayStation, but I just was wondering if that was
I'm
like
trying to. Where was that at? Was
We were
that at
playing
was that
Mist. We were playing Mist, the Mist course that day.
Oh, you know what? Probably at that point. So we actually started the PlayStation port probably back in, it would have been like September of last year.
Oh, okay.
But it took a solid like almost 8 months just to get all of the details. There was also PlayStation in particular required you to do a lot of different
my God.
platform level stuff in terms of
It's
like
not coming back.
showing whether someone is on PlayStation. Just like there are so many things that go into just to be able to launch on PlayStation that took a lot of engineering that was only for that platform.
A lot of people think it's easy. It's not. It's a
Oh yeah,
rigorous
it's not.
process,
You
so-
don't just push a button.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the one thing that was more easy was that because we already had it running on Quest, getting it up to performance on PlayStation was fairly simple. But even then, there was a decent
Yeah.
number of.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Vengeance for the lost hole. The Walkabout gods are smiling on you.
Oh, on the ball here. Ooh, this is nice. Gold.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, sorry.
That like chartreuse one that's like metallic.
Yeah, a metallic one.
Oh, is
I
that
get
the-
excited
was that
on
the
release
silvery
day because
one?
then I go find all the balls, even though I'm missing two. And I look at them all and pick my any favorite. And then I go do the fox hunt and I get the new club and I decide if it's a favorite or not. And then I play the course.
I usually play the course through once, looking for balls as I go, but not religiously.
Yep.
And then I
like to
go
collect
play the.
stuff.
And then I go play the hard, and then I do the fox hunt, and then I come back to see what balls I've missed.
Oh, but what you're saying is that you're able to hit below par every time you
That's what he,
start
that
out
was
on an
his
easy
humble
course for
brag
the first
there.
time. That was the.
That was his humble brag.
My first time through this course was I was minus 11, so I don't know.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah.
This
For
is
a
putting
little
me in a
while,
weird spot.
for a little while, I was sort of
Sorry.
the benchmark, where whenever I played the easy course, if I was able to hit
Ooh.
about 10 under, and then on the hard courses, if I was able to hit about even or close thereabouts, then we always had a good feeling that that was the appropriate pars. I think that's kind of gotten off though over the years that I'm no longer the yardstick. Because a lot of times I'm in the courses so much that I never get that sort of first opportunity to hop in. That was more when it was a course that I wasn't so involved with. We've also changed a little bit with how we're doing things, in that now we're getting a lot more collaborative within our team. I think because it's taken about a year to sort of get everyone on board and sort of to gel a little bit, it feels like now we're getting a better sense of what people's strengths and weaknesses are, and able to sort of like, oh, this person is great at this certain type of modeling or artwork or tech stuff, and so we're able to kind of, it's become much more of a team sport and less of sort of like one person doing a little bit of just kind of off and on their own doing their own thing. It's really nice to see that progression.
Yeah, I think Don was talking.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh my god! Oh my god! What?
Yeah, I think Don was talking about that last time. He was very excited about that too. It's. I mean, you get. Oh
Oh
I thought
my!
that was another shot.
Well done.
I was like, wow,
Holy!
that's amazing. But yeah, it makes me excited to see you guys excited, because all that means is excellent stuff for us at the end result of that.
Oh man.
I get
This
excited
is
Right?
so
every 6 weeks,
pretty.
especially.
I know, it's so pretty. It's like my unicorn dream.
I wait for that email from you guys to tell me
I love it.
you
so
can go
much.
take a look. I love that. That's my favorite day. Every 6 weeks.
Embargoed access is available.
See, the only thing I wish you would have included in these two holes specifically, the crystal holes, is a little sitting area. Because I want to just vibe out here.
That's
Oh,
actually
yeah.
something I want in all the courses, because we end up so many times
an
we'll play
awesome one in
around and we'll
Labyrinth.
just sit and hang out with people.
Mhm.
And yeah, I would love to have some like just little social areas to chill at the end of the game.
Yeah.
There's
Ooh,
a
or if
lot
you
of
put
rocks.
one,
You-
so with a group that I know Liv plays with him a lot as well with Hack, we always take a break at the end of the first 9 so that people
Mhm.
can grab a drink, smoke, whatever they're gonna do. And it would be cool if there was like after 9 there was like a little gathering area. Mainly just
Yeah,
for
that
that
would be
one
cool.
use case of our group.
That's that's a really good note though. I mean, we do usually try to sort of think about that break between the front 9 and the back 9, and
Oh,
having
nice shot.
something like that is, it's so. This course was one where we were actually a little bit constrained because we wanted it to feel like the book, and so there's really not much man-made. So I was half joking about the rocks, but literally, like, this whole course is mostly nothing but rocks and just natural stuff. So it definitely limited us a little bit, and we had to kind of get a bit creative to make sure that it still felt like there was a progression and to do some stuff that was outside that. The great thing about Journey to the Center of the Earth is just that it does have so many like big sort of set piece moments and things from the book, like some of the things that we're coming up to that I won't spoil in case some people haven't gotten a chance to come in and play yet.
Yeah, I haven't been through yet. I came in just long enough to make sure everything was working and like I wasn't going to be a hold up for the stream. That was it.
It's pretty awesome.
I'm kind of wishing there was a Brendan Fraser avatar though.
You could make one. I'm sure you could.
Well, because that was
probably
obviously the
concoct
best Journey movie.
No. Yeah. Did you finish that one, Jenna?
Yeah. No, it's still I rented it, and I think I'm out of my 48 hours to finish it before I'd have to pay for it again. I'm not doing that.
Was it me?
So no,
I didn't see it.
it was a bit silly. Yeah, Boyd just said riding the whale is his favorite way to hang out and walk about. I've named the turtle Timmy, so
Okay.
just FYI, in case he didn't
it is
have a
canon.
name, I've named him
Okay.
Timmy.
It is canon
Timmy
now.
the turtle.
So
Yes, it is.
when I noticed logging in today for the loading screen, the Mighty Coconut had a different kind of logo, like a more of a mascot. Is that like, do you have like a name for that character now? Is that like, or is it just still Mighty Coconut?
Question.
So that actually started, so Zach, who was actually with us quite a while ago, and then is now back with Walkabout, one of our concept artists. So he had done a bunch of different sort of Mighty Coconut stickers, that he'd done 4 of them. And he had done one that was
nice
the
shot.
Pharaoh that happened with Zerzura.
Yeah.
And we realized that, this is a major missed opportunity for us to not have the logo change out a little bit every time. So we don't actually have a name for him. There was actually an animated series that we did for a little bit that was just called The Mighty Coconuts. You can just go to mightycoconuts.com. It'll take you straight to the page on our website. Yeah, but it's
So check
a
that
very sort of like old school, two, a Roman and a Viking coconut, sort of like in constant spy versus spy type battle for supremacy.
Okay.
But yeah,
I
it's
will
super
definitely
fun.
check that out.
But so it kind of came from that, and we just sort of we realized that we need to bring that back and at least start making each of the launches have its own vibe.
Nice.
I've just found a new favorite ball. It's my new ball now.
Oh, which one is it?
Oh, nice.
Oh,
It's like a pastel rainbow.
Oh, it's I used it earlier. Yep, that was it's probably my favorite ball, but I like the glowiness of the lava ball. But I did play with that earlier. It's also very happy unicorn rainbow sunshine aesthetic.
Good month to have it in. Oh, yeah, that was so close.
It was close.
Yeah, I do love the inclusion of all the pride balls. That's pretty awesome.
Oh, where do you get those? Are they just like kind of given to you, or do you?
They're in various courses. So
Oh, cool.
there was one on I think hole 3 of this course.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, there's quite a few. Could have found.
I need to do the math to see how many balls we're actually at now. 20, I think 20 courses times 18.
Come on. Come on.
At some we did do very nice.
Ooh, nice.
We have
200
had sort of like it seems like about every 3 months
360?
we have a meeting of just like, guys, what are we gonna do
260.
with all these balls, just to be able to actually display them all on screen at once. And we're hoping that we're hoping that the tech progresses enough that we don't ever have to make it so that, you know, you can always have all the balls on the selection tray at once. We might do some ways of organizing them a bit more, but yeah, that becomes our sort of like, can the rate at which VR tech is accelerating
Nice.
make it so that we never have
Oh,
to
that's so
change
Well,
the
done,
balls.
Dave.
Yeah, that's the one thing that always breaks me on the
Never mind.
standalone in
I
this
take it
game a
back.
little bit. Because there's so many balls I had that come out that just, you could hear it start digitizing. Because it's just pretty
Yeah.
so many coming
Well,
out.
I was gonna
Mighty
ask then,
Coconut said, is it 342, Lucas? So whoever's Mighty
Oh,
Coconut
342.
in the
Okay.
stream, it's 342.
Oh, that's probably
wait.
Sarah. Yeah.
is it my turn? Yeah. No, I
Sorry,
was gonna
Lynn, I'm
ask
just
then,
taking over
because
No, that's- hey,
I know the
that's-
Iowa.
Like I said, you guys are making this easy for me today.
Yeah.
I'm just here to play golf.
For the
Nope, I'm gonna
for the iOS system, like when you have all those balls kind of come onto the screen, I wonder if you guys are you guys making like a UI for that then, so it's easier to select, or do you think like it? I guess trying to select all
Would
of them.
probably be their only choice.
We do have sort of like, there is some UI differences between the AR and VR versions.
Nice shot.
Okay.
So it definitely very nice. So
I'll
yeah,
take
it
it.
definitely makes them
Rock and stone.
easier, but that's also probably the main thing, because the core game itself is working. It's all of those little tweaks right now that is taking a lot of time to figure out, like, oh yeah, how are we going to allow people to
You're lucky.
get
It's okay, I
around in the
normally bounce
easiest way
back and forth
possible,
on
just
polls like
all
these.
the things that work easily in VR that we kind of need to massage a little bit to get them to work correctly for the
And
mobile version.
yeah, on
And I
that
know
too,
that's
like,
one thing.
Oh, go ahead.
That's one thing the Discord is asking for a lot, is some sort of way to organize the ball table.
A favorite.
Yeah.
I want a favorite.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think the thing that it keeps coming back to is sort of, we think that we might even have a little something in the works to at least get us like a little ways towards that, or that you can at least have like the last 8 balls you played with or something like that kind of get featured in a way that it's easy, because a lot of people do
Ooh, I
tend
like
to pick
that idea.
a handful that they cycle
Yep.
between.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of talk about, every 3 months there's a meeting about the state of the ball.
About
tray.
favoriting balls.
You need
I'm
to put a
constantly going
little.
between like Mist and Sunset and the like Damask one from
Ooh, I
20,000
like that one
Leagues.
too. That has like the
So many good
the
balls.
metallic issue
Yep.
thing in it.
You need a mini game where it's a little power wash simulator where you get to clean your balls.
Ah,
That'll be
true.
another
That could be a collaboration
Like
with
you
the
do in
new
bowling,
Walkabout
but
game.
it's like a little,
Yeah.
like a little
So-
thing, like in
Well,
bowling
you-
when you have like the big thing,
Oh,
like a little
it's-
one.
Well,
Bring up your ball enlarged, and then you sit there and just.
You could
Yeah.
turn the club into the power wash, and you got to wash off each course before you play the round. That would be pretty awesome. I'm marking it down.
Clean up.
Ooh. This is
So Gareth
cool.
asked if you use automated big data to take millions of tee shots to test, or if you just rely on kind of internal testing, alpha, beta testers.
We have a couple of tools. I wouldn't call them quite what you're talking about in terms of like big data. I know that there's a couple of people who have played around with those. The real challenge with that is not so much in doing it, because it's not difficult to send out, it's not difficult to send out 1,000 or a couple thousand random balls. The tough thing is knowing whether what happened to them was a legitimate shot or not. So it's kind of one of those things that then you generate all this data that you don't really know what to do
Ooh,
with
beautiful
it.
shot.
And you can kind of do some unit tests, but like that issue that we ran into on hole 3 earlier, that's a system that's not working.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah.
No, it's not gonna be enough.
Oh no!
Plunk. I've said that when a ball drops in the water, it's like the saddest sound. Anytime I play this game, if I hear that splash, it like immediately makes me sad.
Whereas
That's
when
the
we
same
do,
thing.
shoot.
Oh.
Whereas when we do some of our meetings in here, a lot of times we usually go into practice mode where you can pull the ball out from behind your ear, basically. Oh, nice
Right.
shot!
Mhm.
Nice
Oh,
shot.
beautiful.
But a lot of times we end up just on Welcome Island in like one of the pools, just like everyone's just like pulling
I love
balls,
that.
just like tossing them at like basically playing like beer pong almost with the cups.
Something that would
You've
actually.
got people coming to join you, and you're above the shack. And as soon as they log in, you're dropping balls on them from above.
I didn't notice until just today that, and maybe this is new, but I don't think it is, on Welcome Island, there's that little part you can like putt up to, and then it has one of the little tunnels.
Oh!
Nice shot.
Nice shot. Good job.
Thanks.
I don't remember seeing it before, but I just saw
No.
it today. and-
Bamboo tube?
Yeah.
Yeah, the bamboo tube was there with the...
Oh yeah. The one that'll take you around to the other side of it. Yeah, that's been in there since the release of Welcome Island.
Okay.
You never
Hey, Lucas, have you ever thought about including kind of a party mode? Like with the PlayStation, it would be great if the social screen kind of gave a third-person overview, but you could pass the headset around if you had like family members in the same living room playing.
We have a couple of people have asked for that. Like a pass and play is essentially sort of what it would come down to.
Exactly.
We've thought about that. To be honest, we're kind of hoping that the mobile version kind of does what they would want, because honestly, something just grosses me out about everybody sharing the same headset.
I get that.
I don't feel right about encouraging that for just health reasons.
Yeah.
So
But family,
Yeah.
I don't have a health problem. I just ask the ladies to not do crazy makeup that day.
Oh, I always take off any makeup before I put my headset on.
I basically
Yeah.
don't wear makeup at all anymore because of VR.
I do wear makeup.
well,
me
it's
too.
also one of those things, like if you were playing, it's like, okay, you'd probably want to do it so that everyone plays a couple holes by themselves. Like you definitely don't want to be
Yeah.
changing every shot. Even
Every
changing every
yeah.
hole, you're going to spend most of your time trading out the headset as opposed to actually playing. So like, okay, well
Yeah.
maybe you have people do 3 or 5 or 6 holes or something like that. But then it's sort of like just like a way to, like when you actually get into the nuances of that, it's like, okay, well how you enter everyone's name? What happens when someone goes to the bathroom? It's like the automated scores in bowling, just like how crazy difficult that silly interface is. It just feels like it there's absolutely, it's doable. It just feels kind of kludgy. So that's
Yeah.
one of the reasons that we haven't done it yet. But it's still a good idea.
No, I know what you're. The constantly passing the headset, that would be the barrier to entry there.
But yeah, so we're gonna see how people respond to the mobile version. I think that people will take to that for that use case. And if not, then we can always come back to it. But we've been like right on the cusp of having the mobile version for the last couple of years, and then we add some new features, and we got to find a way to bring them in, or we focus on PlayStation, and then we break a bunch of stuff that happened with the mobile version, so we've got to go back and fix them all up. So.
Yeah, it's got to be tough.
I feel your pain.
Regarding
Oh yeah, how many different platforms is Rec Room on right now?
Not.
1 and 2.
Not PlayStation VR 2, I can tell you that.
We're trying.
I told you I wasn't going to say it.
Apple. How dare you announce it on Apple?
Hey, we didn't announce anything at all. Apple said some stuff. We did not announce anything.
Welcome to my corner.
It's like 6 or
Guess I'm
7.
in good
I think.
company.
There you go.
So have you guys gotten a chance to try out the Apple headset yet?
I didn't even know that
Yeah.
anything was happening with that until Monday when we appeared in the presentation. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. So, no, I have not tried it. I'm assuming Noctado has also not tried it. It looks cool, though.
Yeah, I snuck in. Yeah, no, I don't think.
As primarily a VR gamer, it really doesn't hold a lot of interest for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I
will
can definitely see some of the use cases, because, like, I take my Quest when I travel, but it's big and it's bulky, and, like, the whole, like, watch a movie on the plane, oh, man, I could get behind that use case. Because
Yeah.
I've tried to watch a movie on my Quest, too, and it was not fun.
It could
I
also.
will say that I think that we, just like Mighty Coconut, we are probably like a very unique, specific target demographic because we spend so much time in the headset doing work. We do most of our meetings in the game.
Yeah.
But and they've added the browser. There's just a few things that's like, oh man, it could be a lot smoother if we just had a little bit more interoperability stuff in there. So yeah, and especially just like how much we're wearing it and text.
Yeah.
You know, like trying to actually, you know, have a browser window up and doing text. It's like it's just not there yet. But like I would actually. I'm a very specific use case though that I would be in the headset for probably 5-6 hours a day.
Yeah.
I was
Did
talking
this
to a friend.
release?
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No, did this release
Nice.
include a
Nice shot.
Unity fix? One of my friends asked, I guess, and I have no idea what that means, but did it include a Unity fix?
There were
or
a
something?
ton of fixes that go into every release. I
don't what in
know-
particular he was-
I know a couple of the ones that we had done. So there was a PlayStation.
Yeah, it
So
was
a lot of the PlayStation tracking issues that people had were actually just because we were on an older version of the SDK, and none of the QA testing turned up those problems. So we just updated the PlayStation SDK. It broke a couple of things. We fixed those, and so that should take care of some of the tracking issues that people were having with PlayStation. But yeah, so there's every release has a decent number of them. I need to know a little bit more about what specific bugs
Yeah.
they were talking about. I mean, that's the blessing and the curse of going to so many different platforms, so that there's always bugs. We're always fixing them. But then there's always so many things that, you know, not even, you know, the number of bugs that are happening just because, like, there's a new OS version that creates a new problem that wasn't there before. It's, you really have to sort of, like, you're in a constant state of just, like, just how quickly VR and all of the different systems are changing. It's a kind of a constant upkeep.
And some people out there are super understanding about all that kind of stuff too. That's right. They should have tested it.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. It's like guys,
some
like
are
this
not.
tiny team, like everything that you guys can want.
Why didn't you test it standing on your head with one leg in the? Yeah.
I remember, and this has been fixed, but I remember back when it was so it was just me. We had just released, and November happened, and suddenly everyone was having tracking problems. And so, I mean, it literally was just me responding to all this stuff. And it was
I already
only
know where
that
this
I
is going.
finally happened to get that problem, and I tracked it down to the fact that it was Christmas lights, because the LED Christmas lights were causing all sorts of issues. And just like the amount of time that was spent, like, and then eventually Meta fixed it, but there's even kind of a running joke is that every, you know, you can't test with all of the, you know, 1,000 different variations of LED Christmas lights, and someone's going to have one specific brand that's going to throw weird IR light everywhere. But yeah, all of those things that
And
luckily
somehow
it
that's
doesn't
your
like
fault.
Absolutely.
I will say that it feels like in general, folks in the VR world, they're already early adopters to some extent, and they seem to generally be kind of accepting of the fact that we're kind of
Nice.
constantly dealing with completely new scenarios. So
Yeah, he said it was where it would go 2D when tracking was momentarily lost, so that's what you were talking about, right?
That sounds like a
should be fixed.
PlayStation thing. Yep.
Yeah,
it was
that
PlayStation.
that was-
Yeah, it was PlayStation.
Yep. That was the old SDK, so yeah, that should be all fixed in this one.
I noticed that on a lot of PlayStation games, unfortunately.
Stop.
After
You
the
said
fall
I
was
followed
really
your
bad for that.
I followed your shot and did it better.
Well,
Oh.
we're also doing some really weird stuff where just because on PlayStation you spend so much time looking down
Yep.
that it creates some new tracking things that people aren't quite used to. That just, they're like, oh, I've got plenty of light in here. Well, but you're staring down straight at the ground, and it just doesn't have the peripheral tracking quite as dialed in as.
Plus, that controller couldn't
Have
be
you-
super easy to work with on that either, because I noticed even on mine it was a little weird compared to using it on the Quest. The Quest felt much more like the actual, club itself than.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of threw me off at first, but you get used to it after a second on there. But yeah, that had to be a challenge for you guys as well on that.
I actually remember I found the PSVR 2 controller just awkward period in the beginning, but now I don't even notice it.
Ooh, nice. Good shot.
Nice shot.
Didn't go bloop
I
this
am
time.
just.
I'm happy.
I am so happy. Well, this is gonna be good news, bad news. I am so happy that even though the PlayStation controller itself feels very different, that they're at least still using the same general trigger, grip, thumbstick, couple of buttons. Like the fact that we don't like the knuckles, oh my god, or the index controllers are just sort of like you have to completely rethink your whole UI or just your interaction scheme.
I'm
Thank
sorry,
God
but I love my
they-
knuckles.
yeah, but it's that sort of stuff of supporting all of this sort of like different hardware and different controller schemes and everything when there's only a few people who are actually using those particular devices. But then of course the flip side is, okay, now we're going hand tracking with all the Apple stuff. So that's going to be a whole new sort of like whole new round of like everyone sort of like inventing their own systems or their own rules, and it's going to take a long time, I think, for all of that to stabilize. So it'll be fun times.
My wish is on the PSVR 2 side that everybody would add the extra haptic stuff in there, but I know that would be difficult too, because that would make it, one version would be different than the other, but like, see on like Coyote Valley, if like you feel like the wind blowing by on your head or something like that, that'd be really neat. But I could see that causing issues with, because like only one headset can do that.
Stand in front of a fan.
And the rest of them can't right now. So you don't want to show like your favorite PlayStation or somebody else or anything like that. But that would be kind of neat stuff.
Well, I mean, it's actually good to sort of like try to support some of those things as much as possible. Like we have a few things that only the meta stuff does, like some of the destination stuff, and I mean like PlayStation has a lot of things that are PlayStation only. I think it's just a matter of, it's nice when it's something that's like, okay, we build a system and then it will work across the whole game. The challenge is when it's like, oh no, this one course, you want to do this one specific thing, because then you're sinking a ton of time into something that you then have to go back
This is
and,
not your
and
fault.
QA that old course
Oh, it's
on
still
just
on.
this
Oh,
one
no, no, it's
headset
not.
every single time you change,
Got
a
excited for you.
related system. So it's just a whole lot of, there's an increasing number of just like bookkeeping stuff, I would almost say, in terms of all that, just to keep track of all the different permutations to check everything on.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Does
I
any
gotta say, the first time
You don't wanna not
I
have that
played this
activity.
hole, it stalled out in the water. I tried to run over and hit it again before the water came back again.
Oh no!
I couldn't even get this angle, so I had to like bump it out a little bit. But, I'm afraid of this tar. I think it's tar, right? Or is this just water?
It's just water.
That's one.
Just water.
Don't worry, you won't get stuck.
Oh, but it's gonna come back.
Oh.
It's gonna come back.
Uh,
Oh no! It's like doubly sad. It's like you fell in the water and then you fell in the water again.
yes.
No pressure.
Alright, I'm just gonna. Come on.
Oh, there you go.
Stay.
Okay.
I almost hit my table.
I do love this game for
Oh my
putting
God.
so many
Oh,
things in my
man.
environment. I like that I don't do that. That's great.
I still whack my knuckles on
Okay,
the
alright.
desk or my chair pretty often.
Yeah. I've
Just,
got one wall
Do
with
you
a
have
lot
your
of
stroke
dents in
limit
it.
turned off?
Oops.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Oh, wait, do I?
Yeah, that might be
I
a
think
lot.
you
Nice,
must.
'cause that's
One
way
of
more
our
than.
friends is saying our
Overstrip.
browser would be needed in here so you can watch YouTube videos while you're playing and stuff.
Or like a
that.
YouTube player, like they have in
Oh,
bowling
YouTube
or
player.
whatever.
Wow.
You know,
That'd be
that is
cool.
something that is actually pretty high on our list.
Nice.
We're a little torn on it just because I mean, even just for us, like being able to pull up our task tracking and be able to have a meeting in here and look at all that. I think the tough thing, or the reason that we haven't, is that it does seem like so many platforms are integrating that. So that does work now. I haven't even tried it in here yet, but I know that Meta now has the browser. This is probably the worst time to test it, but I'm gonna try to pull one up and just see what happens.
Lucas is disconnected.
So cool you guys made the Mario movie.
Wow, these sites in here are just amazing.
Mushroom heaven.
Is this my turn? No.
Shug,
I
maybe?
think it's an experimental feature that maybe you have to turn on. But yeah, it does feel like there's a lot of that stuff. That's kind of where we're at right now in the VR development phase, where there's so many things that, you develop your own, and then platforms kind of realize that, oh, every game needs this, so they start integrating it. I will say that I think the one place that we really sort of like bit the bullet was with the avatar system. We wanted cross-play avatars and something that just fit our art style better. So we kind of made that.
Thank God.
Ooh, that was an interesting move.
Priority.
Never tried that one.
Oops, I missed the mushroom.
Oh no!
Speaking of avatars,
Oh my
regarding
God.
the iOS version of the game, are you guys looking into like social aspects of the like characteristics of when you play on those devices, such as like I don't know, emotes or anything like that, to kind of give them more of a, I guess, human like wave or something?
So
because I feel like that'd be pretty stiff.
What I will say is that it's surprising how well it works. So essentially because you're actually doing it, again, the version that we're really leaning on right now is this more AR assisted version, where essentially you move the device. So it's sort of like monoscopic VR is what some people call it. But essentially you've got the phone there and you're able to completely move around. You actually swing by even gently moving your phone. So that actually gives you a lot, because you can actually see whether someone is looking at you. You don't have a separate hand to gesture with, but it gives you a surprising amount that just kind of you get for free. So yeah, I think that we would probably, as we're exploring some of these other, like, do we have a second interaction mechanisms? It's more like kind of the traditional mini golf. If we do that, then yeah, we might be looking at some more of those more traditional things. But honestly, some of it too, the good thing is that because this is a constantly evolving game, it feels like something that we can always be adding that and prioritize, like how are people using it? What do they want more of? So it does feel like we're going to be a little bit experimental with that and be able to get it out there in a way that many people we can kind of respond to what people want to do with it.
Very cool.
So that was the very long-winded answer.
Thank you. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
good answer.
Boop.
Jay, your avatar is giving me Skiva vibes.
Well, I mean,
It's very Skiva-ish.
yeah. Our hair is
They're both
almost the
very
same.
tall men. Yeah.
He's got more of a bushy.
Little bit of facial hair.
Yeah, he's got a little. His is a little more bushier than mine.
Wah, wah.
So I will say, unfortunately, I am going to have to go in just a couple of minutes here at 5:30 my time here. So
Not a word.
apologies for having to bounce out before we finish.
Oh, not a word.
Thanks for your time.
No worries. Yeah, thanks for coming.
It's okay.
It was nice to
Hold
meet
on,
you.
hold on.
Fun to play with you.
Didn't you say at the beginning you had all the time you wanted?
No, that wasn't me.
That was
I
Jason.
think that was Liv.
Yeah. Well, it was a
Those
pleasure to meet you,
pterodactyls
sir.
are crazy.
Can you ride them?
Yeah.
No wonder.
Oh no. Ah, yeah.
Quintessential question, but can you ride the pterodactyl?
Right.
I
Ooh,
can
look,
ride.
it's Nessie. Is that Nessie?
Lucas, I'm waiting for my Honey I Shrunk the Kids
Spoilers! I haven't
course.
got over there
Oh,
yet.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't see it earlier, and I got excited.
I'm just teasing you. It's
Oh,
okay.
I'm glad.
No, I get
I
it.
thought you were going to say something else there. I'm glad.
Me?
Something you asked for a long time ago.
I thought about it, but I'm keeping it PG today.
I think
I
a
thought about it.
Bunny's course would be cool.
Was this the purple?
Yes, the purple thing that was from the blooper
Purple
thing I
Club?
sent you earlier.
Yeah.
From the first time we met.
I would love to see like. I would love
Oh,
to see
God,
some
did I
kind
do
of
a screenshot
Ghibli
again?
course like Howl's Moving Castle then. Or-
Oh,
Oh,
that'd be
yeah.
cool.
Some
Oh, yeah.
Studio Ghibli stuff, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. What
We
was it?
we
Brandon?
have a wish list of licensees and just different stuff, and it's been very interesting because it feels like we are kind of finding like what works for us, and a lot of times it's not always the most obvious stuff. I think there's also just a little bit like some people are like, oh yeah, they want to see Star Wars, they want to see Jurassic Park, all these really, really big ones, and we would love to do them. It's just a challenge right now just because VR is still relatively small, and we're doing courses that are not even a full game. It's sort of like fitting into this larger ecosystem. So hopefully we get there where we get to do a couple of those, but it's also been really fun to get a chance to do folk like Meow Wolf and Cyan and
Nice shot.
Henson. Even though they're bigger, they're still relatively they're still independent and everything. So yeah, it's been really, really cool to.
Do you find it easier to do the licensed courses, or where you have to deal with somebody else's IP and look and feel, or where you can kind of do your own thing? And
It's absolutely easier to do our own ones, just because there is more of that sort of negotiation a little bit, but you do kind of have to get a little bit of buy-in and weigh in. And I also think that whenever we're doing a licensed course, there is always something that people are expecting, and you kind of want to really sort of like bring, you really want to bring it. So like Labyrinth, just the scale of that course and all of the animated characters that really needed to be built to feel right, but still in a low poly style. I think every single course like that, you just have to, you've got a little bit more to start with, but it does sort of lock you in, and you really need to sort of like deliver some stuff in a way that maybe is a little bit more challenging. But it's still super fun. It's just a very different thing, and it definitely helps us grow. And a lot of times we find that the licensed courses are the ones that we really push the envelope the most on, and that's a lot of times what builds out new techniques and new systems that we're able to do. Actually the ball switch system for Myst with all those platform or the floor triggers, that we're using that all over the place now. Even on this course, there's a few of them that you would never think about, but it's once we have that system working, it's like, okay, now we can do so much.
The Labyrinth course was brilliant. It made me want a Never-Ending Story course.
Yes.
Oh, that would be great.
I said
Yeah.
that too.
It made me want a Princess
Or Dark
Bride
Crystal.
course.
Princess Bride would be good. But one of the things that was said in an interview, I think it may have been Liv, the last one you played live. It was said y'all look for courses that the environment is the character. So like IP that has characters is great, but it really has to be the environment tells the whole story. Like you don't need the characters there.
It does. I do think that we're kind of starting to get a little bit more creative in the sense that like there are some ways of doing some things that aren't quite so environmental, but it still really helps. And it's like, why would you want to mini golf in something? And if there isn't the environmental factor, it makes it really, really hard to just figure out like what would that actually look like. Like, Oh, there you go.
Nice.
I mean,
nice.
Princess Bride is actually a great example of like, man, that would be so cool, but at the same time, it's such a dialogue and character-driven film. The environments are.
It's the
it'd
only
be
environment I
difficult
can
to
I
sort of
just
make
want a
it-
hole with rodents of unusual size.
Yeah, that's what I'm
parading
thinking.
around it.
That's the only
Past
environment in that movie that is
Yeah.
unique or distinct enough that you would be like,
Well,
oh,
I mean, there's
just make a whole forest.
Cliffs of
like the,
Insanity.
the
and put
Cliffs
the
of
ROUs in
Despair.
it.
The Cliffs of Despair would be fun.
Yeah, that's true.
How about even like you thought about collaborating with like maybe Jesse for Among Us? Just doing like a crash
No.
gym course or something?
No,
People were asking for that.
because that'll bring all the kids in. Don't even.
People were asking.
Don't
I'm
do
not
it.
asking for myself. I'm asking for somebody else that was asking that.
No, I'm answering for Lucas.
I agree with Shug, actually. I like Among Us, but I do never,
Well,
I don't play random Among Us ever.
it's a good idea, but honestly, I think it would be not too exciting of a course to make because it's just
Nope.
the whole thing looks the same.
I will say, I think that one of the things that we're finding is that if it's a
Nice,
game
good shot.
IP, something that has an interesting mechanic
Yeah.
is, to me, sort of like that's something that gaming really opens up. Like Myst, we were able to bring in a bit of that puzzling mechanic.
Yeah, that was
I
brilliant.
think
Yeah.
that, yeah, I
That was
think
really
that like
cool.
in the, I mean, film and literary world, like it's very much about the environment, but that is something that's really interesting about. So a lot of times when we're talking with game studios, like what does the mechanic of the game sort of bring into it? But
It was also
loved.
the fact that it was a legacy game. I thought was really nice too, because there was a nostalgia factor to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're not exclusively leaning on the nostalgia factor, but like Meow Wolf is something that's relatively new.
Yeah.
But there's definitely a fun nostalgia factor, and that was one that you could even already play in VR. So the VR aspect of it wasn't that new, but it was still it just seemed to fit really, really well. And we were all such big fans of Myst that it just clicked and made total sense.
You guys did a better job than the VR game did.
I liked the VR game. That's the only Myst I played, though, actually. So,
I think it's just
Whoever put the
very
blue
fundamentally different. Oh, go ahead.
in Labyrinth, tell them thank you from me specifically. It's my favorite Labyrinth character.
Oh, yeah.
And
Mhm.
It's not like the most common Labyrinth character, and he's so stinking cute.
Oh, yes.
That would be
I'm
Shane.
glad he's not in the hard
That'd be
course.
Shane on that one, right? That course.
Is it Shane?
Probably.
Is it me?
Are there
Yeah, I
any
think it's me.
IPs that people have asked for that are just like a hard stop? Like everybody asks on Discord for Star Wars. The amount of
Yeah.
money you would probably have to pay for that IP wouldn't make it a good business decision. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think it's also just sort of like, I think that there's some of those that just, VR just isn't quite ready for some of those that, I mean, the cool thing about something like Star Wars is that you could, oh, that was
In the
mean.
middle.
Yeah,
Whoever,
It's a tough
yeah.
stop.
That
I'll
was
take a little
somebody.
screenshot
That was
of
a
that and
dev
fix that
sitting at
for
their
you.
computer going, "Nope." That's what I say when I miss a shot.
I've got a button. I'm playing through the editor, so I've got
Yep.
a little.
Okay.
A not
Maybe
today
there's
button?
for him.
He's like, I am not going to leave until I
I'm
make sure
gonna
that
have
I
to
have the
clip
next
that
score.
because then if they fix it, I'll be the only person who has made that exact shot. My claim to fame.
Yeah, but you
Well,
can't see
cool.
you-
Well, thank you guys so much for having me.
Oh, yeah. It was that time.
But yeah, this is a blast. We'll have to do it again on one of the next upcoming courses. Luckily, we got a nice steady stream going. We've got so many courses in the works. There's gonna be plenty of opportunities. So, but
Yeah,
thanks,
well,
thanks to everybody
awesome.
for watching.
I'll see
I
you-
apologize that I wasn't able to make it to the end, but
I'll see you
Are you still
on
aiming for the course
that
on
Star
Wednesday?
Trek course.
Anytime we spend it with you is awesome, Lucas. Appreciate your time.
yeah, cool.
Yeah, that's
Thanks, everybody.
great.
Nice to meet
Ooh,
you,
this
sir.
This was
Thank
fun.
you.
Nice to meet you.
Oh.
Okay, bye all.
Later.
Bye.
Now I have a chance at winning. Mwaha.
We got a bunch of people
Okay.
watching.
Oh god. There I go.
We'll just,
Oh,
I
that
guess
was a
we'll
cool
just
shot.
continue on.
Nice.
We got a bunch of people watching.
Like-
I'd say better. But yeah.
I
at least got a
unfortunately
bunch
have
of
to
people
duck soon too because I gotta do some stuff at work.
Yeah.
Damn
Lame.
job.
Boo. Work. I mean, you guys at
Yeah.
least work in a field that's way more exciting than my field, so
It is pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, I wish I could work in that field.
How come?
Oh no.
That is like sand times 10.
It's like the what's that one course? Shangri-La. The sand. is like-
Yes.
Oh god.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
see?
You're not kidding.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
You like you don't want to hit it too hard, but the sand just eats it up.
I wasn't expecting it to be that sticky though. Wow.
Nice. Oh, you've got a good line from there.
That view is just so amazing with the water and all that.
Oh. Rob.
Yeah,
This
the,
is one
the
of the balls
animation
that
from
I'm
the
missing.
dinosaurs are very cool.
Where it is.
Whoop. Oh.
Stop. Stop.
MamaMonkey, you excited for the hands in the rec room? Because they're gonna definitely
No.
not cause a bunch of trust and safety issues for
No,
us.
no, we're not talking about that on the stream. No, keeping it PG.
Your job security on your end, but that's for sure.
Yep, it's mine. That's my job. So,
Oh no, too much.
but no,
Oh,
it's,
that's so
it's
close.
definitely a cool thing. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. There's parts I'm excited about and parts that are gonna be weird. Just because like the art style's been so consistent over the years that like.
it's like strange to see wiggly
But
things.
it will be fun to like do more like hand gestures and stuff.
Yeah, no, definitely rock paper scissors. I know a bunch of people will be doing that from now
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, it is like boom.
Well, and I wonder too because like I know in VR chat there's sort of like VR sign language that's developed.
Oh yeah.
Some of the
It
people
would be
have
good
mentioned this.
if people could do that.
Sign language is gonna be a good one. Pretty cool.
Yeah, full hand tracking is
I
tough.
get a ducks. Thanks so much for having me. This was super
Thanks for
fun.
coming, man.
Nice
Later.
to meet you too.
Nice
Nice
to
to
meet
meet
you.
everybody.
Let me know what you named the parrot.
Oh,
I'm
come
very
on,
curious.
man.
Are you on the Walkabout Discord?
I am, yeah. Or you can just tell Liv and he'll tell me. I'll add you as a friend.
Okay.
It's fine. We're friends now.
Yep.
You don't have to
So I
like
guess I'll later.
jump through hoops to find me. Oh, Gareth was Gargar Man. I know him. I didn't know who that was with the full name. The one who was asking about pitch and putt and stuff like that.
Not good. Not good.
Sorry, Gargar. I didn't know it was you.
So I got a friend, coworker that's thinking about wanting to buy the Apple headset, and I'm like, it's
Why?
probably not the best time because mostly what they're doing right now is they're just putting that out mostly for either people who can buy it or developers so they can get those games and stuff in there before they start putting out
Well, then
probably a new headset that's
Then-
cheaper, lighter, and has longer battery life.
they'll know.
That's how they're going to market it.
Yeah, they'll know people will invest. They know people will invest.
Yeah.
The one thing I think is interesting is utilizing the spatial area, but repurposing it like it would be in VR there. Like what you
Yeah,
guys are doing
yeah.
with it.
Mhm.
But not everybody has that kind of space, so it kind of gets tough.
Yeah. No, it's definitely a cool headset, but I'll wait till the consumer version comes out to buy one. The Apple, the non-pro version, like the base version.
That's an awesome view.
I know, it's so
No,
pretty.
Yeah.
come on, man.
Yeah, it is.
That sucked. It went right over
Oh, I
the
didn't even
edge.
see this. Holy cow, that's a big skeleton.
That's what she said. Okay.
Can't let you go under the water. You see actually the full, only here.
You see it
When
until
the
it
Nessie
goes
goes underwater, you
completely
do
under.
see it underwater for like a second. That's huge. Not that anybody cares, but
What are you looking for? In the one?
the
The,
Nessie.
the dinosaurs that are there.
Yeah. The one in the water. It looks like Nessie when it puts its head up.
It is interesting how
There
they
it is.
kind of
There he is.
black them out
Oh,
with the
that's
shadows
not-
of the
That's
silhouettes.
not the same one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably because they don't want you to ride them. Like these are not rideable. It's only
Yeah.
Atlantis.
I do wish the fly speed was a little bit up on this. Or like,
Well, if you turn up your movement speed, it turns up your flying speed.
oh, it does? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm trying to think what mine is.
Is it me again?
do that.
Oh, no, it's you.
Yeah.
No, it is my turn. Here we go. Yoop. Yeah.
Yeah, he almost gave away some more secrets there. That was close.
Yes.
We'll get him next time.
Have to go back and replay it and see if we can make out that first syllable. And then let the speculation begin.
I know. That's what I was wondering too. I'm like, what part did he say? Oh, I almost said too much. I'm like, ah.
Let's watch his. Make sure to watch his club. He does Morse code. Secret.
You know, that's got to be hard from their standpoint too, of knowing what you can and can't say.
Oh.
And you're talking, you're used
Yeah.
to talking to your colleagues and talking to whoever,
Right.
and it's easy to say, okay, all the, you know, I don't know, Sesame Street course or whatever, and you know,
Please don't make a
Well,
Sesame
plus
Street.
he's also around some people that.
Fraggle Rock I'd be down with, but not Sesame Street.
Yeah, I mean, technically he
Just
was here with
imagine, like,
people
Elmo.
that,
Fraggle Rock.
that have some information there, but yeah, it can't be said.
yeah,
Unfortunately, so yeah, when you started to say, I'm like,
yeah,
ah,
yeah.
and then he stopped. I'm like,
Yeah.
Why'd you stop him?
I can't. I gotta be respectful.
I know. That damn respect comes up again.
You know, a Sesame Street course probably isn't out of the realm of possibility, considering they did a Henson thing already.
That's
I don't know.
true.
I don't know if they've got the
Fraggle
rights to
Rock
that
is
though.
Henson.
No, I think that's
Fraggle Rock might be too much like this though.
go on Sesame
Yeah,
Street.
Sesame
now,
Street,
Cinemax,
actually,
HBO.
I think Sesame Street would be nostalgic for that 40-year-old age group that he says is the demographic, you know?
Oh, like the
Oh, yeah.
Muppets would be a good one.
Well, Disney's never letting that one go.
Oh yeah.
No, not
Oh, I
like
forgot Muppets
how much
is,
my
not
kids
Disney.
watch the Muppets
Disney.
now.
I thought Disney owned Henson, so I was surprised to hear him say
I thought
that.
they did too. Actually,
They've collaborated.
I thought it was like a conglomerate.
They don't. No, they haven't done this type of map yet. I'd like to see like a camping map one day. That would be kind of cool, like a camp theme map.
I
Camp
missed.
I'm surprised they haven't done a theme park.
Like Friday the 13th.
Like just a more
Yeah.
like a traditional mini golf course in a theme park.
Would be funny. But I'm thinking
Or
like
like a
Sasquatch
pier,
or something,
yeah, like
or
a pier park.
maybe like
Yeah.
how would you say? What are they called? The Believers or whatever. Like it's like a campground, but it has like aliens and like Sasquatch and like Loch Ness. You
Nice.
know, it's like
Oh,
all
yeah,
these
like
like
the,
mythical monsters. That would be kind of cool because they all
That would be
revolve around
cool.
like the cryptic, theme. That'd be kind of cool.
I want a full-on alien course too.
Yeah.
Like
Chupacabra.
Yeah.
not IP alien, but just alien.
Well, they could do it on the moon or something. That would be neat.
Yeah.
Fuck with gravity.
Oh, that would be cool. Then people would hate it. And they'd
Thank
complain.
goodness.
Nice.
Well, he did say there was a course that if you like Tethies, you'll like.
I know. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it makes sense for them to do something on an alien planet as one course at some point.
I'm trying not
Yeah.
to joke on this one right
Live
now.
and he's not spilling them for
No,
us.
I was just gonna make a joke out of it.
Well, Jason was telling me the other day that the next course is a Pornhub-based one.
Oh, well, I was just gonna say, I was gonna say Shug would probably love to play
That is
on
my
Uranus.
kind of course.
Yeah. Wait till you see the balls that they got hidden. I got the skin-colored one.
They're not where you'd think.
Oh yeah.
I missed again.
For those that are watching, we're hanging. If
Sorry.
you want to join, WMG Lucas is the name of the room.
I mean, we're almost done with easy, but I'm assuming we're going to do hard afterwards. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm down.
I may not stream though.
Yeah.
That just I don't think people are gonna
The
watch.
hard.
Well, it looks like the night mode actually has flashlights, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yes.
I'll leave that up to the people watching if they want
It's
to
really
go
cool.
for another 18. I'm fine either way. Good either way.
Gargar in the chat, or Gareth in the chat, he is the one who taught me that that's the name of my sex tape, or that's the name of your sex tape, either one. Instead of that's what she said. So I have to give him credit. I kept my inappropriateness to a very, very, very minimum.
Oh, I had to bite my lip half the time. Oh, I didn't know you had the same problem I did. That's good to know.
Oh.
I think I embarrass Jason sometimes.
Oh, same. That's why I'm not normally invited to these.
No.
Yeah, the last time
Wait, is this a...
when what Jason was talking about was when we did the VR chat show interview with him years ago. I asked him to put a purple dildo club in.
That's what he told us, and he
Yeah, that's what
posted
Fitz was
the,
worried about
the
saying
video
something wrong. I'm
in the
like,
party
well,
chat.
Shug did ask him. Oh, that's you. Jenna, that's not me. I thought that was me.
Oh, I didn't even hear the beep. Sorry. There you go. Still missing 2 balls. I have no idea where they are. It's driving me nuts, and I don't want to look up a spoiler. But I might have to. I can't-
Inner Princess had
thanks for
his
going, Gareth.
ball guide on like 30 seconds after.
Yeah, I mean, I follow him, but I try not to look it up unless I get super frustrated. And so this hole is the other one that... Wait, is it this one?
You
Died.
gotta plug in here real
Yeah.
quick. Let's go a second. Sorry, guys.
Wait.
There we go.
I know, I have to go
Random
under the
rock.
map sometimes and I can't find them.
Yeah.
There's just
It's
some
kind
random
of
rock
cheating.
here.
Is that one? What are you doing here? You don't belong here.
Are you talking about looking for the balls?
All right. Well, I can't hit the
Yeah.
angle.
I can't
Let's see
find
if
the
this
17.
works.
That's the only one I'm missing.
Yeah, there's the little trunk thing there. Ooh.
Yeah, I missed that.
Hey, still a decent lineup.
Yeah, but I wanted to go in that log because I think that might be a hole-in-one shot from up there.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
yeah. It does
You
look
go,
like
if
it.
you go through...
Jenna, are you here?
Yes?
Do you want to know where the ball is on this one?
I do, because I'm getting really annoyed.
It's right here
Last
next to
one I
me.
have.
It's right in here.
Oh, okay. Oh, I would have never found it. Thank you. Very camouflaged. Awesome. I feel
I'm surprised
complete
it's,
again.
like-
I appreciate it.
further up, like away from like the ground area here. Like you would need to fly up to get that one, right? There's no like, teleport spots here.
I teleported up here actually.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. You have to be picky though.
Oh,
Oh wow! What? That's cool.
Guy? Is that a geyser?
It's the best.
Yeah.
I love it. It's like a big geyser.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
That really caught me off guard.
Yeah, I didn't see it. Pretty awesome.
That's cool.
Oh, I'm already on the other island. Okay. I was all confused. Oh my god, what the hell? What? Let me look at this for a minute.
What's down here? Woo! Oh, I thought this was like
Do
the
you want to
secret
replay?
ball.
Or are you
Get
going to
down
figure it
here.
out?
What's that?
No, I was asking Chuck, does he want to replay or is he going to figure it out?
Have you guys already done it? I haven't been paying attention at all,
Jenna,
obviously.
Jenna.
Oh, I just got a hole in one.
Yeah, she's
I can
the
show
reason
you.
the geyser came up.
Oh, okay, well now I want to see.
Oh, there you go. Oh no! Oh, it almost went out.
That's...
No,
That's
that was
going
me. It went in. Yeah.
I don't know about this.
It was a little
I don't see
scary
this
for a
going well.
Just stay out of the
Yeah.
water.
Oh,
Yeah, well.
You didn't stay out of the water.
Nope.
Water.
Yep, thank you.
You're welcome. Glad I could be of help. No bits. I have the 2 balls I was
Oh,
missing.
found the
Now
ball.
I have a full 18 here.
What's this one? Oh, this is.
No.
Oh, that's cool.
Jason, stay out of the water.
I almost skipped it.
Hey, smiling.
So, did they make new, like, maps every update or something, or every new map?
Yeah, they
Or
usually add a couple things, cosmetic things.
Unlucky.
Is it usually like related to the map, or?
Yeah, like this hat is for this particular map. Like
Yes!
the Spelunkin hat with the little
Nice.
one on there.
There you go. You got
That's
it.
Oh, that's
for
cool.
this. And then there's like the one Jenna's wearing with the dinosaur
The
head on there.
dinosaur.
Yeah.
Dinosaur.
like-
Oh, the
I was
dinosaur.
trying to take a picture for my son
But
because
then
he
there's
thinks it's the coolest thing ever.
but then there's also a couple heads like the one Sheg has on, and then there's another dinosaur one like that too. This course.
Okay.
I would
Thanks.
just like to add that if they did do a Pornhub-based map, this would have been a perfect ending for it.
It would have.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like every time somebody gets under par, and it sprays up, we call it a face shot or a facial.
Nice.
No, it's
I
gonna
didn't
go
want to
out.
say that with
You son of a bitch!
Oh.
Come on!
Oh, wait, it went out?
Yeah.
Can you replay that? I want to see that. What happened? How did it go out? It's crazy.
It hit there, bounced over
Oh
there. and
my
went over.
gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was unlucky.
Oh,
Oh, there
Nice.
you go.
There we go.
No, wait. No.
Oh.
Yep,
Okay.
you got it. You got it. You got it.
No,
you got it.
now we're good.
It's almost
Boy,
time
it
for the
kind of
money
takes so
shots.
sweet time getting there, though.
nah. Right. Yeah, I wonder when they'll do like a trails update for like the golf balls, like custom trails or something behind them.
I turn all the trails off on them.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, mine aren't off.
You better go in this
Nice.
time, you bastard.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
I tried to hit it back in for you. It didn't work.
At least you're getting it past the water. I keep hitting it. So.
At least you're making it into
Oh.
something. Do not do the same bounce again.
What?
you're getting all new bounces.
You stay. You know. You. No.
Oh my god.
Oh!
You almost got burned there again, Jay.
Twice?
Yes.
Dude.
There we go. Oh, where'd it go? Wait, where'd the ball go?
Out the backside.
Okay.
Oh, there's Nessie's Revenge or whatever.
Wait. Oh, I didn't make it. Hold on.
No.
What?
It
Does
bounced
that,
off.
does that not count as?
It bounced off the end.
Oh, it did. Oh.
Yeah, the ball's over here. Somebody hasn't done it yet. Where I'm at.
Where? Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Please.
Oh!
No.
Oh!
Okay, there it goes.
Okay,
I'm
you're
just
fine.
gonna wait for it to.
Find its way.
Just stare at it. It's beautiful. Just the lighting and the water and everything.
Yeah. The God Rays are awesome coming in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it
Yeah.
looks great on the Pro, dude. I'm telling you. It's pretty amazing.
RTX update.
Bring us to the main menu. Wait for
So I'm going to main menu.
Oh wait, no, I gotta. Dave has to bring us all back because I exited out.
Yep.
Oh, Oh, okay.
My favorite part, all the balls come rolling in, all the new haul.
Yes.
Oh wait, so. Oh, it shows all the new ones here. That's cool. So around the world.
Menu. So when you go to hit leave room and it pops that menu up, take a few steps back and drag it through the ball table. It'll knock them all off.
Lost cities.
All right. Are we ready to play the hard, I guess? Because I'm in charge now or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, we still got people watching. We'll do the hard course.
I heard yeah.
Check out the settings for. There's some unique setting options.
Oh, this
Ah,
is
I see.
cool. Whoa.
Headlamp, yes please.
I'm
Wait,
throwing it.
headlamp? You can put one on?
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, what's
Just
this?
through,
Full thumbstick
room
there.
code, if any guys want to end
Oh,
up
this
joining
is for
us
the
in here,
Fox Hunt, right?
feel free.
That is so cool.
We're gonna go
I
through the
love it.
course.
Right,
The
what's
headlamp
this
is
for?
amazing.
The Fox Hunt thing?
Well, if you don't do a headlamp, then the flashlight's mounted on your golf club.
Okay.
This-
Yeah,
the
where do you
headlamp
choose
is
the
light.
headlamp?
Under settings.
Oh, it's on your settings. Yeah, I'm gonna go exploring a bit. Ooh! That's cool. I might not say the whole game, so I'll just go through the course a little bit just to check it out.
It's coming back.
Whoa,
Oh, it's stuck.
that's weird.
That's neat how there's more light with it when other people
Okay,
are
I just
around.
had to turn it off and back on, and now the headlamp
Son of a
works.
bitch.
That's weird.
That didn't work.
I wish you could have
good
both. I wish you could have the putter lamp and the headlamp.
This is greedy.
I am greedy, and I'm not afraid to say it. I want what I want.
Oh wait,
Uh,
oops. I was
That was a
looking
great
up
shot.
when
Good
I-
job.
Gotta play it safe, you know? It's hard.
Yeah, I understand. I get it. It's better than what I did.
Wonder. Wait. Maybe. I wonder if you can go backwards and like
Not what I thought was gonna happen.
go
Not
this
at all.
way.
You mean, that's what I did. You want to see it?
Yeah.
Oh, you did that?
Oh, you were trying to bounce it off the wall backward.
Okay.
All right, I'm not watching chat anymore.
Oh,
So,
nice.
If you guys ask questions,
that
you're
does
gonna
work.
have to.
Wait.
Did you guys notice that the second clue is right up on the post?
Wait, what?
The second clue to the thing is up on the post here. It's right above you.
Yeah, I got to 4. I couldn't find. The next room held a wondrous profusion of iridescent crystals. That's where I got stuck.
I'm not.
I'm gonna climb up this rope and see where it goes. Getting out of here.
Okay.
Boy.
Oh, I didn't even notice that it put the flashlight on the actual club itself. That matches the club that you
Yeah.
have. That's freaking cool.
Oh,
So is
Wait, what
anybody
is-
else noticing, like, dropped frames as they move around quickly?
Nope.
I didn't notice that. Mm-mm.
What are you on?
Quest
Oculus.
2.
Yep.
Hmm.
That's
That's
that
probably
was a
why.
little too much.
I could see the lighting. I could see the lighting maybe maxing out the quest too.
That's
Well,
kind of what I was thinking.
that
Like,
the
the-
version 54 is pretty buggy.
But if you
That's the
jump-
way to go.
But if you jump between the quest and like the PC or PSVR2 version, the lighting is definitely the big thing that has been cut from the quest version.
Good shot.
Oh no.
No.
Sorry.
That's too soon. Sorry.
I mean, there's a reason why they cut the quest 1 out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That. I don't think anything really like supports the quest too much. Yeah. Any bigger titles, I don't think. So.
Actually, it's not dropped frames. It's like the two eyes aren't the same.
Oh,
So
weird.
I'm seeing a ghost image.
That sounds like a
Oh,
glitch.
that's
Behind
weird.
it.
Ghostbusters.
And it wasn't that way in
Walkabout.
single player, so I'm sure it has something
Now-
with all the flashlights and trying to keep up.
A haunted house would be a cool course. So you talked about Ghostbusters, but
Yeah. Haunted house. Yep.
I mean, they have
I-
original Gothic, but it would be cool if it was a full haunted.
but how cool would it be, like using the flashlight mode here in a haunted house for the night mode?
Oh wait, that took my ball away.
It'd be
What's
cool
that,
to have
Vicky?
like some kind of functionality,
Hey.
second functionality thing with the like
Flashlight.
some activation tool type thing. Like you have to do something with the stick to kind of like guide the ball, maybe, or something like that.
Like a radio control ball.
Yeah, or I guess like have you know Portal where they had the co-op mode and you had to like hit the buttons to help your friend get through the course type thing?
That'd be nifty if they did a co-op thing, yeah.
Yeah, but it's more like you hit the ball and the ball goes through the course and you can see it going down, but you can like flip buttons to kind of flip the course up and down.
Oh, nice shot. Nice
man.
shot.
Damn.
It's awesome.
Wow, everyone has flashlights.
Yep.
I have a headlamp light. See? Right. Right.
No, it still shows on your
You
club
just look
for
like
me.
a dinosaur.
Yeah.
Oh.
Am I losing my mind? When did Bitsy
Light
join
coming
us?
out of head?
Just
Just now.
Just now.
Okay, good. I thought I was like really losing my mind.
He's been here the whole time. You know,
Huh?
Been here the whole time? Yeah. You never saw me? Wow.
Rude.
Where's your phone?
So Knocker, are we gonna try not to do a plus 14 this round?
what did you call him?
Did you change your stroke limit? Let's see.
You called him Knocker.
I just called him Knock.
He said
Don't
no,
even.
are
Like
we?
Knocker. Sounded like Knocker.
I mean,
No, it was Knock.
good nickname. Good nickname.
What the
Come on, give me
fuck?
a
That's an
bathroom.
interesting-
No.
Stroke limit, there you go.
That
Pretty
would've
much
been
ended up
cool.
back where you started.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, just out of curiosity, are we still streaming?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna cut it, but there's still people watching, so I don't want to
Okay.
deny
that's
them
cool.
the viewing pleasure. I guess. I don't know what's.
Oh, this stream was so funny. The amount of times you guys walked right up to the line and never crossed it was like driving me nuts. Like, how are you guys not saying that's what she said?
I was being respectful, Bitsy. I was told to
Yeah.
be respectful or I would not get invited back.
Come on.
Yep. I've pretty much been told the same thing. In fact, I'm pretty sure I haven't been invited to things on purpose.
It was my first time, and I wanted to be invited back, so yeah.
You're pretty
Stop
respectful
putting me
all
in
the
the same
time. You're a
place.
pretty
There we go.
solid person.
Yeah, like
You're
some
not a
ball
garbage
magnet or
person like
something.
myself.
Yeah, that's I know. I was hoping that stroke limit was gonna come.
I wouldn't say you're a garbage person, Jenna.
Wait, what do you do for this one now? Oh,
You're trying to get it down
Is it
to
the same?
here.
Oh my
Oh, it's the same thing. It's
gosh,
just that
this
they
is
added these
rad.
rocks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. The lighting is great in this.
Yes.
Good shot.
Man.
Speaking of Rec Room, I'm actually surprised Rec Room hasn't tried to do mini golf.
Well,
It's a whole
maybe.
physics thing.
Technically,
you
we
know?
did.
So,
just not with music.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
Some people have tried to do it, recreate it with pool cues and the pool balls. So,
We actually played the
But,
DEVChat putt-putt last night. It wasn't too bad, but it's nothing like this for sure.
I've never seen it. You guys still don't take me to all the cool VR chat rooms. You're
Well,
always
yeah,
like,
well,
no,
Tribe
we're just
and
not
Kensei
gonna
were
take
on
you there.
last night, and then and then
Oh, wow, it's
and
way
then
down
I
here.
actually went to bed early
Genghis
last
came
night.
How
on
the
the
heck are we
run.
supposed to get way down there?
That had to be an interesting
Oh, we go
experience
there.
for Kensei meeting Genghis.
I don't
Genghis
think I've
or
met
Kensei.
Genghis. I don't know who that is. I know who Kensei is.
You'd like Genghis.
You mean as in like the YouTuber?
Han?
Because he is
Yeah.
also a garbage person.
No, Genghis is pretty nuts.
I don't get along with the garbage people.
Well, yeah, the first introduction to Kensei was, "I'm Genghis, slap me across the face." Because she has full haptics on her thing. She's like, "Slap me across the face." And
Are you
she did it
serious?
to me, I'm like, "I'm good."
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah, she's a hardcore VR nerd.
That's awesome.
We had her on the podcast once. She's interesting.
Yeah.
there we
Nice.
Well, yes. Don't get stuck. Keep
Nice.
Nice shots.
going. Yeah, I mean, she's fun to be in VR chat with, for sure, but like, if you're not used to craziness.
I've played enough with Jen. I'm used to it.
Well, the funny thing is I know she was.
Thanks, Bitsy.
I know she was doing it too because tribe can be a little reserved too sometimes. If you notice that.
Tribe can be.
So yeah, to see the, I'm like, this has to be interesting here.
Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that, but it might work. I didn't mean to hit that.
That's my
works.
ball.
Work.
Hey.
But
Heyo.
Huh, okay.
Wow, that's a very interesting slalom.
That's a cool ball.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you.
You're a cool ball.
No, you're a cool ball. You still can't find those
Sorry.
two balls?
I normally do that to Bitsy, not to people I just met.
I was waiting for those some nice balls in
Is
here
it me?
today.
No, it's not me.
So I didn't get to see all the balls in your stream, but is there some cool ones on this course?
Nope.
Oh
no cool
yeah,
balls.
that's right. Because
Yeah, there's lots of cool
I
ones.
wasn't looking for balls.
I didn't
Sorry.
really like any of them, but that was just my opinion.
I like the lava one, and I
Yeah.
like the rainbow pastel unicorn one.
Yeah, I heard
That's
someone
like
talking
just
about that
on
one,
it.
but I didn't get to see it.
I
There's
almost
balls.
selected it so that
Mama, I think, was using, or no.
Liv and I wouldn't have the same ball, but
Shug, I think it's yours.
Nope.
Shug, the one that I hit was my ball.
Oh. Oh.
That's not nice.
I was so disappointed. I thought I crushed it. Oh.
That's like I was confused. I'm like, that's not your ball.
That
Man.
is
Damn it!
that is
I was so
awesome.
excited.
It's so funny.
Damn it! Oh well, I'll take it. But
Ugh.
Wow, flashlight mounted to the golf club. That's unique.
It was me. So,
When are they gonna get golf balls that have that translucent type of look, like 4VR bowling? Those would be amazing.
Yeah, they would.
balls.
Like a marble or like a period or something.
probably have to get rid of the Quest 2 first.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same
It'll
thing.
come out with the Quest 3.
New translucent
Yeah.
balls.
That'd be amazing. Yeah, I heard him mentioning about the number of balls that they're having now, and it's like, okay, now we're gonna start having some limitations on the actual hardware.
well, yeah. It's they're gonna
Nice.
they're gonna hit a limit. I guarantee you, because it's 18 new balls each course, and it's
Mm,
already
yeah,
been
but
to the
they
point
like
where
Throw
it's
them
not-
at a UI eventually.
even on the pro it struggles.
They got 340 or something. Yeah. That's a lot of spheres.
One of the devs said one time that when they're playing multiplayer in streams, they have to be very careful not to actually put their headset to where they can see the ball table, because it just kills their frame rate.
Oh.
Nobody else can see them, but there's so many balls on that ball table that keeping track of all the physics on them is just a disaster.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, yeah, it bugs.
That's a
Even on
problem.
the stream it bugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Liv came back in from the course,
Yeah, you can start
and
seeing
as soon as he got to the ball table,
Yeah.
his stream like just started crapping out big time.
Yeah, it's tough. It really is. Damn.
I'll be right back, guys.
Easy way or hard way? Easy
Oh, they
way
had
or
to-
hard way?
Easy way, hard way, or harder way?
Or harder way? Or stroke limit way?
Damn it. I knew it was gonna go bad.
Or just throw it in the water.
He's going off the ball. It's made of magma or something. So,
I mean, what happens if you hit it to the left and bounce it up over the terrain and then have it bounce back over?
I know what my problem is.
Sure. Why
Yeah,
don't you
that,
try
that I
Let
think
us
is
know
the
how it works
harder
out.
way.
yeah,
Harder,
might as well.
Oh, shoot.
Oh,
That was too
Oh,
far to
it's
the left.
Chug's head. That's why I was like, what is in the middle of that rock right there? Oh, never mind.
It's a dinosaur.
Yeah, but it looked weird from back here. It looked like a hand, like reaching up out
talk
of
to
the
the
rock.
hand.
Wait, Shug
The
AFK?
hand. His face don't give a damn.
Yeah. It's okay. I'm taking this time to get the body right.
You recover from yesterday, Liv?
Yeah. Yesterday morning, I was so bad, but it.
There's a dinosaur head in my face. What the hell is that?
That's true. That's one of the new. That's one of the new things for this course.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Oh my gosh.
Fitz, you're only invited for your laugh.
I don't mind the
That's one of
dinosaur
my
head.
favorite things.
I want to put that.
Well, I
That's
just
the
think it's-
funniest head I've ever
That's loud.
seen.
I just still think I love his character. He looked the Indiana Redenbacher. Look.
Doesn't like a little Indiana Redenbacher.
Nothing wrong with little
I wonder if
Indian
anybody
Red
watching will probably get that reference.
Oh!
No.
Oh, what was it? I know.
Rock.
Were they Top Secret? Was that Orville Redenbacher? I can't remember which one it was. Orville Redenbacher's
Yeah,
one of
it was, I
the
think.
guys who was known for wearing that kind of bow tie, the red bow tie like that at the time.
That was
That was
Orville.
And those
horrible,
kind of
yep.
glasses. Yeah.
Orville. Oh, dang.
Like, I mean, this dude
Hey, hey,
Ryan-
that's perfect.
Hey, hey, hey.
Oh yeah, I could
Yeah,
just...
but there had to be an easier way to get there.
Yeah, but not as creative.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh! Oh!
Hey,
Hey!
there you go.
Look at that
talk about
shot! Nice. Talk about creative. And someone called that the harder way. I think I heard someone hitting the ball. There it is.
Oh.
Ooh.
I just like that you can see
Do
everybody's
the dev
flashlights and,
guys,
like we can all help each other looking at the area. That's pretty awesome. Do the dev,
We
dev
decided
guys,
not to help each other. Just
everybody look away.
we're gonna
from
do,
somebody's
do a little flicker flicker?
flashlights off.
Oh no! Stop, 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 stop! Yeah, like this. Okay, okay, now go ahead and hit it. Go ahead and hit the ball.
Yeah.
They need a...
It's giving me the
Do
first
like,
case of walkabout bullying. Oh, it's so and so. Quick, give him a stroke.
Yes. Give him a stroke, give him a stroke. They're gonna have to put that, that warning for epilepsy.
Oh.
So close.
Cocksucker.
And yet,
Nope.
Should have like laser pointers in the next one.
that'd be awesome. Red and blue,
Hey,
red and
it
green,
is,
red
it
and
is
green.
the evil layers. So maybe.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
lasers.
the laser
yeah,
layers.
The layers.
That'd work out.
Wait, what's the next course?
Laser layer. Laser layer. Laser layer.
If they don't add sharks with lasers,
In July.
I'm gonna be pretty mad.
Wow.
Sharks with lasers
Every
on their
6
head.
weeks, man. That's crazy how fast they're releasing them.
Tells you how far ahead they are, though, on maps, too, though.
Come
Oh!
on.
Oh no. Okay.
License to print money, though, for those guys.
Oops.
Yeah, for real.
Mm-hmm.
They hit a jackpot.
Yeah, the what he was talking about, whether it's easier to do licensed courses versus original content. It's like I get it, man. Can you imagine trying to not just get the licenses, but then try to meet expectations of everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't
But it
even
could go
imagine.
either way too. I mean, because you have to come up with your own unique ideas, and so it's
I would love to sit in their
well,
there's pros
brainstorming
and cons.
session.
But between a lot of those guys in
Oh,
there,
man.
they're super creatives.
Yes.
Nice shot.
And
Nice.
John, I don't,
Nice.
John actually worked for Disney in the Imagineering group. He's the one where you see all like the drawings and stuff of them, like the sketches and all that kind of stuff. Like how to put it together. A lot of times that's him doing that. So they have somebody here that built the original Splash
that?
Mountain working on the courses with them, or they had the original idea for Splash Mountain.
Are you serious?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Don.
Yeah,
Carson.
Don.
Wow.
Yeah.
He was a
Dang, I've
Imagineer.
always loved
Lucas,
Splash
Lucas is
Mountain.
an animator. He's had movies on Netflix. Has
Oh,
worked with like
really?
people like Will Smith and other people like that. So these guys are pretty well known and have a lot of contacts, and they're doing amazing things.
And
Come on, don't screw me again. There we go. Thank you.
Nice
nice.
shot.
no Liv. That's
Livonator
later.
got a boogie.
Yeah, that's it's the one time I don't like being screwed.
It's Thursday night.
That's what we need. We need a 70s dance club version of this game.
Oh,
I want the light up squares and everything.
No, actually, we're going to a place later
Just
that you
go,
might
yeah.
like, Shark Nation.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Get my boogie on. This is my jam.
It's something
No,
like
you
that.
get more than your boogie on, baby.
Let's just say we're going to the part of DEVChats that not too many people get invited to go to.
The dark version.
The underground,
VRChat.
the blow
The
and go.
underground side of VRChat,
The lawnmower
where all the
man.
delinquents hang out.
And notice I'm not even saying the name on stream.
Oh, what's the name?
I'm not saying it on
Hey,
stream.
don't talk about Fight Club.
Not that I am shy to say it. It's just I don't want to blow them up.
But you know, if you do,
Oh,
Bitsy will
Liv
last
is
for
so
about an hour,
shy.
and we won't be able to talk.
Wait, are you supposed to?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
half an hour.
With me.
Stop making me laugh.
So easy though.
No, we still got a few people
What's
watching.
going on here?
I'm guessing Wade is probably still one of those.
Probably still chilling.
Wait, wait a second here. Is this flat or is this?
Huh? What are you talking about?
You're flat.
No, you're flat. I can't tell. I'm just messing me up, man. Is there like a slight ramp
Is,
right here?
Was his big screen character wasn't last night? That's for sure.
Or... No,
That's
my
right.
big screen character was definitely not flat.
Bitsy with
That's
boobs.
the
That
weirdest
was
character
that
I've
was
ever seen.
Chonk. Chonk S. It was
So
called.
weird. It was like a little itty bitty head.
Yeah, he's a muscular
female
dude.
body.
Yeah, a muscular dude with a tiny head, giant hands, and little boobs. It's a really weird
Hey,
shape.
hey,
It's like
those are
a-
man boobs. I'll have you know.
No,
They
those
didn't
Street
look
Fighter
like man
characters
boobs
are
when you were
also-
shaking them.
Yeah, you just say that they look like they were look like you were
When
brought
you were
up.
shimmying.
I had just finished working out that morning, see, so
Ah,
Still doesn't
see what
answer
you're
why
see
your
what you
hands
did
were
there.
5 times
Yeah.
bigger than Liv's.
well, I got big hands.
I had to try.
They were
Got
swollen
hands in a can,
from
not
his
lie.
spare time.
Oh,
Ooh.
oh, there
I
goes
hate this
down the.
game. So stupid.
No. I mean, that looks like it's tapered right there, so what if you hit that? It would probably bounce that way. Never mind.
I think it's going to go backwards. You don't have the angle.
Yeah, it's tough.
Oh, that's actually almost flat right there. You could have
Now,
hit it
if
harder
you
and
were
then
to
got it
bounce
right
off
over
of
there.
this, then it'd be a different story.
Oh, shit,
I
I'll
was
try.
aiming for this one here.
No, almost.
I didn't know how that was
That's
going
close
to go,
though. I mean, it got the lob right.
but yeah.
I think I just need to hit a little bit harder.
That's what she said.
Oh, fuck me.
You
That
went
was
the wrong
that
way.
bad you
Oh,
didn't
wait,
even
We
get
can
a
do
courtesy
that
lap on
later.
that one.
Lava ball, lava ball.
Okay. I think it's time for me to go because got a nerd group who wants to play this map later as well. So.
All right,
Yeah.
man. Have fun. Have
It's
fun
fun.
playing with the nerds.
Say hi to Golden. It was good seeing you.
Oh,
buddy.
she's going to Norway tomorrow, so I gotta.
Oh, yeah.
Last day.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's quite the travel.
Yeah. Definitely 10 days it's with their family, so
Nice.
crazy. All right. Well, see you guys. It was good seeing you again,
seeing you.
Jason.
Yeah,
Chad.
see ya.
Hello, new
Later,
people
Knock.
I've met for the first time.
Nice to meet you.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. Alrighty.
I'll talk to you soon, bud.
Adios. Yep. Talk to you soon.
So the other guy that was in here, is she also a Walkabout developer?
No, she's with Rec Room.
Oh, okay.
She used to be the event
Yep.
coordinator, but she kind of switched positions recently. Like where they had RecCon and all
Gotcha.
the big stuff that went on, or the live concerts and all that. That was her.
No, not far enough. Maybe it's far enough.
And I mean, Noctado is part of the chat channel group, but he also works for Rec Room as well.
Oh, I see.
I hate this game.
He does
They
a lot of
hate you,
customer
too.
stuff, but like if you go in there, there's like a different area, a different thing to take pictures with each week, like on the theme of whatever's going on. Like he builds all that kind of stuff too.
Wow. I just finished putting my controller
shoot.
back together and
Yeah.
replaced my my joystick, and I have no more controller drift. Yay!
Yeah, I use that contact pointer actually worked pretty good.
That's what I did, yeah. But I have to apply it regularly to keep it working.
Oh, is it that?
Yeah, I
thing?
mean, mine. I did that, and it worked okay for 3 weeks, 2-3 weeks, and then it started going bad again. And I was like, you know what? I got that kit. I might as well just go for it. And let me tell you, it wasn't easy, but it was fun. No,
I'm
it wasn't
afraid to
actually
take it
fun.
apart.
Yeah, it's not easy.
That could be.
You
good.
got to be like super careful the entire
Ramp it up.
time and make sure you don't snap it too hard. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, you motherfucker. Here you go.
Yeah, this is nothing
Oh
like
my
the.
God.
Ooh, oh.
Nope.
It's a better lineup. At least.
Yeah, I see
This
what
is
you're doing.
definitely nothing like the movie we watched.
Well, I mean,
I should say, this is nothing like the
Kinda.
movie we tried to watch. No, it's way better.
You're nothing like the movie we watched.
No, you're nothing like the movie we watched. It's actually, the game is running pretty darn smooth, which is pretty cool.
No,
oh, sorry, bad advice.
that's right. I'm probably gonna have to drop for a little bit because I know we have stuff going on tonight. And I gotta make sure my kids' splash day stuff is all ready and all that.
Splash Day.
They have splash day tomorrow at daycare. So
Oh,
nice.
you gonna splish splash? That was
Is that like
It's
the pool
basically
day?
it's basically like the day. It's cute, but the daycare puts out a bunch of like sprinklers basically and let the kids run around. That's all it is. What they
Aw.
call it splash day.
Splash Day.
It's like here, go play outside, run through the water. So I have to send them in like their swimsuits and with their sunscreen on and swim shoes on.
Oh, I thought that was going over.
Make sure they got an extra pair of chonies.
Yep. Exactly. All right, I give up. I'm dropping.
This is good.
Rage quit. Rage quit.
This is excellent.
Rage
This is
Bye,
excellent stream conversation here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's Splash Day.
I'm sure.
Do we have anybody still watching?
Yeah, there's a few people
No,
still
sorry,
watching.
guys. Talk about my kids' splash day.
Are they still watching, or did they just wander away and forget to
Yeah,
shut off?
or they fell asleep. one or the other. Oh, maybe she was one of them because now there's only 2 people watching.
That's funny.
I mean, I guess we probably could stop.
Triple bogey.
Yeah, we probably should. Guys, thanks
You
for
had
joining
to
us
plug in
today.
your headset. I can't believe you're still good.
We'll definitely have more coming up in the future, and I'll be starting to do more on the channel here. I'll see you soon. Love y'all.
That was fun.
Well done. I'm just shutting the stream down, but we can continue playing.
Okay.
But yeah, sorry. I should have said I was
Interesting.
going to address them before I just randomly blabbed out. Thanks, guys. See you later.
Thanks, guys. Sure.
Everybody else is quitting. Okay.
You're like, oh, okay. Man, I thought we were playing the game.
Oh, look, it's the
Yep.
pack. Yeah, it's a little.
You got things you got to do. You got stuff you got to
No,
do.
this is the only thing I have to
Mountaineering
worry
pack.
about for the rest of the week right now. That was it.
Nice, nice. Yeah, you got that Wednesday thing out of the way, then you get this out of the way.
Yeah,
You're golden.
that was a lot. Just making sure everything was in line
Yeah,
for that, and
sheesh.
making appointments until at the end of it. It was
Brutal,
It was,
brutal.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Now it's time to get into some GG7. Ooh,
I agree.
Look at that fancy.
Hey, you missed Zim. What happened? There was
What?
spots for you.
What?
I
What?
kept writing you. There were spots for you on Sunday. You missed.
I saw that after, but when I knew I wasn't in the main lineup, I couldn't wait around on the bench. Like I had stuff to do.
I told you Fuckface wasn't going to show up because I was there. I stole this group. I'm not letting him back.
Good.
I wasn't
Good.
even in great shape on Sunday, and I still went there just to make sure that he wouldn't show up.
I really want to race. I really want in. I just don't want to be on the. I can't play. I can't waste a day waiting to be on the bench. Like
No,
I gotta
there's-
be in
there's
it.
always openings. Somebody always drops in like the first half an hour, and then the other people.
You gotta
are
be in
there.
it to win it, bro.
And then he says it goes up in the order of the lineup, but he just opens it up, and if any one of you guys are ready to go, you just jump in, and we'll get the spot.
Oh man, I was born good to go.
I don't know. I finally decided to stop being lazy and hook up my racing rig and get my butt kickers going and
Yeah,
stuff. So I'm
but-
fucking ready.
But good luck getting in a word in edgewise between Mike and Buck.
Fuck.
What do you mean?
Fuck, I don't know.
Oh, they
Fuck.
just some of those guys just out there just talking the whole time. Buck especially.
Yeah, I've known a few people like that. Shut up!
But I mean, this
It's
was
like the donkey on Shrek. Oh look, he talks. Like, yeah, it's getting him to shut up. That's the trick.
like Boren, ProTube CEO. He plays all the time. He plays that all the time.
ProTube. That's a pretty big company, right?
Yeah, like John Hibbins from SciTech is there. Stop.
SciTech.
Oh.
No.
I've definitely gotten worse being on the wheel though. The control is so much easier.
I was wondering about that. I keep thinking about hooking it because I got to change it. I got to move it from one spot to another spot from the PC to the PlayStation. And I was like, I don't know if it's worth it. I did it a couple times and I played it and I was like, I'm not getting.
Son of a bitch.
Oh no.
I'm just turning around here trying to. I walked into a wall.
You don't have the
You
clip to put
gotta
on?
turn on that grip to putt thing.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, that's a horrible spot.
Yeah, you should turn on that grip to putt so you don't hit it by accident.
It is awesome on the wheel. Like, I'm not complaining. It is a lot more fun, especially with my butt kickers on. But it's just like it is harder because you can't reverse the wheel direction as quickly and stuff. You really have to work for it.
Oh yeah. Sean, what we're going
Yeah, I
in-
think I was playing with Frog and he was saying the same thing. It's like I don't know if it's. I feel like it's more. Frog was actually saying he thinks it's more competitive with the controller than it is with the wheel.
It is, but it's only because it's easier. It's like when you're on a wheel, you know you really got to work. You really got to handle that car. Like when I was playing with my one buddy the other day, we were talking about how like if you like I usually race a lot of Dodge Vipers, and they're known for being like cars that you really have to tame. You really got to work to keep them on the road. And on the controller, it's no big deal. But on a wheel, yeah, like you feel like you're like trying to like manhandle a car.
Is it real squirrely?
Well, yeah, it really it wants to spin out, even with traction control on. So you really got to handle it. I mean, once you get used to it, you realize how much feedback you're getting from the wheel. But you still have to it's a workout.
I'll use the head real quick. Bounces me out there.
Oh,
No. I'd hoped it'd stay on.
bounce city, bounce
I got
city.
it.
Where did it bounce off?
I was
gonna replay
I was
it.
excited about that thing that Liv posted with the thing that they're actually trying to reverse engineer getting the Quest possibly working with PlayStation. That'd be amazing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, IVR or whatever it's called, Every whatever. I don't know what the company's called, but the one that we're doing some stuff with the PlayStation plugged into the PC. Are
Yeah.
talking about the Quest 2 being used with PlayStation, which for me would be awesome because I still, no matter what I put on that thing to make it comfortable, it's not comfortable and it gives me a freaking headache every time I wear it. And it's just, I mean, I love it's beautiful and I love it, but it just gives me a headache every time and it makes it really hard for me to want to put it on.
Well, I don't know if you saw it, but on the channel we reviewed the VR cover comfort strap and sock thing that goes onto the headset. And something as simple as just a strap across the top to take a little bit of weight off the front of the forehead has made a big difference.
Yeah, so Frog mailed me his for the PlayStation he actually mailed me the skinny one and the wide one. I put the wide one on, and it's definitely helping, but it's still really uncomfortable. It's just a weird spot on my head. I don't know. I just can't get used to it, and there's like that tiny little sweet spot for that headset. Whereas the Quest, I just put the thing on and I have a big sweet spot. It's everywhere. I just put it on and it just works. The other one's like I gotta have it just right. Oh. Customers trying to call me to get work done. Come on, man. Don't you know I'm playing video games? I'll have a customer call me and say, hey, can you do this? Yeah, I'm busy. You don't need to know what I'm doing, but I'm busy.
Yeah, sir.
I can't do that right now, but I'll get to it as soon as I get a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as I finish this little project.
Don't go look on
Yeah,
YouTube.
none of your business. Yeah, don't look on YouTube. Oh, nice. Oh, dang, dude.
Very nice. Oh, almost. Nice.
Wow, okay, well, that's apparently the shot.
Oh yeah. The spot we're going to later is that Titty Thursdays.
Titty Thursdays?
Yes.
So what is it? I don't understand.
It's just basically a very sexually charged place, so there'll be a lot of frolicking and different shit going on in there.
A lot of full haptics.
A lot of full haptics.
A lot of dudes
full
blowing
haptics
each other.
fucking and different stuff like that going on in there.
A lot of versions.
Is Jenna actually going to stay up for that? That's pretty late for her.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Nice putt.
Arrgh.
And when you guys left, you left me alone with the two people that were there.
Wait, what?
The two people that were... Oh, you weren't in DEVChat. Never mind. Last night. That was just me and
what were they
Tried
doing last night?
and Centerr.
I don't know what I was doing last night.
Nights. Yeah. Yeah, Genghis, yeah, you've had the pleasure to show. She's a freak. I don't mind it, but she can be too much for us.
Who?
Genghis.
Who's a freak?
Genghis.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she struck me as a bit of a freak.
I prefer freakazoids, but
Yeah, we went to. She took us to some puppet thing in there, and they were just gonna joke around like all the girls were sitting back there, and they were gonna do like a little play. But then she just came out and she was hand fucking me with a naked Gandalf. She thought it would disturb
Hey,
me.
Shug,
I'm
how'd you
like,
do
I'm
that?
like, man.
I just kind of hit it.
just kind of hit it. That was helpful.
I went right off the top down here, and I just got a good bounce. I can probably show you it. There we go.
Wow, that's not that.
Whoa.
Where's that body at? I don't see the. Oh, wow. Wow, we're only on course hole number 7.
Ah. Yeah. Oh wait. I didn't even
It'll go
notice that.
faster now. We have fewer players in here, though.
Mm-hmm.
Nice shot.
That was the only one. Good thinking.
Oh, nice.
Hey. That's the shot. That's the shug shot right there.
Hey Dave, is the Cobalt, is that a Battlestar Galactica reference?
No. So, years ago, probably 15, 20 years ago, I was a mod on a message board that is no longer around. And you had to have a name that was either an angel or a demon, and they gave us a whole list. And Cobalt was the demon, like the patron saint, but the demon side of practical jokers and tricksters. And I've just kept it ever since.
What kind of a site would ask you for a demon or an angel?
One of those I probably shouldn't talk about unless I know a lot more about who you are.
Bye.